Hello, gamers. Today is a long day in the making. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally here. The day is finally here. I'm so excited. Hello, Hogu, Jesse, Clay, welcome. Deluge, welcome. It's good to have you here. Is your favorite game? Oh my god, I'm so excited. I have missed Ace Attorney so much. Yeah, I played the original Trilogy last year and the Great Ace Attorney. And I have been waiting all year for the ports to go on sale. And they were finally on sale like a couple weeks ago, and so I had to buy them. And now here we are, and I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Zaspis, welcome. How are you doing? I've missed Ace Attorney so much. I have been wanting to play a new one for so long, and it looks like that won't be the case for much longer, because probably by the time we finish this, Investigations is gonna be ported now. Have you watching the anime, the Ace Attorney anime? Oh my god, how is it? I've not watched the anime, but I have seen the bloopers. I know the bloopers are iconic. But I'm just happy to be playing a new Ace Attorney game again. And I have this, and then Investigations, and then I will have played all of the mainline kind of games. Well, I guess mainline is only 1 through 6, technically. It's pretty much the game played out. It's great. Oh, I'm excited. Maybe I should watch it at some point. Because, you know, the bloopers are... Have you seen the bloopers, Jesse? I think I've played them on stream, like, as, like, a filler when I had to go run, like, do something real quick. But I love Ace Attorney so much. And yes, after this, I have Investigations. And then Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton. There's that crossover. Then I think that's every Ace Attorney game in existence, which means naturally Ace Attorney 7 is next, right? Surely, Capcom, surely. But yeah. I love the feeling of playing an Ace Attorney game for the first time, and I am going to enjoy this so much. If you want to remind, no, you don't have to do that, Jesse. Thank you, I appreciate the offer, but you know, don't worry about it. It is all good. It is all good. Wasted, hello, Objection, yes! Hello, how are you doing? Yeah. This is one of my most anticipated games of the year. I know it's weird to say that, because this is not a new game, but it was ported this year, and it was one of the games that I for sure wanted to get to this year, and I'm very excited about that. If I stream mainly this, the Great Ace Attorney took me about 2 months to stream, and that was only streaming that. I may add some post-Endwalker streams alongside this, we'll see. And then, depending on when I'm done with this, we may have time to fit in Dawn Trail before the answer in September. I'm trying to think of plans for the rest of the year then. Yeah, if there's time between when I finish Apollo Justice Trilogy and the answer, I think that could be a good time to fully play through Dawn Trail. Because it's Dawn Trail Early Access Week, so to those of you who are playing Early Access, congratulations, I'm so excited for you. I'm not caught up on MSQ yet, so I won't be going into the new story right away, but I am going to try the new jobs. I got a set of level 80 gear for Pictomancer, I still need it for Viper. But I'm very excited to try those both out. They look like a lot of fun. And I love my 14. The 14 brainworms are very prevalent right now. 14 and Ace Attorney are just like chopping at each other in my brain, fighting for control. And then Persona's just in the background, and it's gonna take over on September 10th. Because I'm thinking I'm not gonna want to start. I know Investigations gets ported 4 days before Persona 3 DLC, and I'm not gonna want to start Investigations and then pause for the answer, so I think I'm just gonna play the answer first and then Investigations, and then whenever I'm done with Investigations, then we'll play RE Metaphor. I think that may result in us playing Metaphor a little after release date, because I for sure want to play that like soon after it comes out. Friends don't let friends get addicted to 14. It's a little late for me, Wasted. Oh man, I'm trying to get in some last minute tasks and leveling and stuff before maintenance. It's gonna be down for 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday. What am I gonna do with my life if I can't play 14? Maybe this is when I play maybe that's when I play 2.3 Honkai. Who knows? I also have to work on Thursday. I may move Wednesday stream to Thursday this week because I just realized I have to be up at 5 a.m. on Thursday morning this week for work, but that's besides the point. But yeah, so many things. I'm very excited for the rest of the year in terms of like gaming and streaming. So many good things, so much peak. Also, did y'all see they released a new wave of the Persona 3 little newies? They have all of Cease as newies now, and they re-released the ones that were already there. So I finally ordered my Makoto Yuki little newie, like these things. And I also got the Koromaru one as well. I was low-key tempted to get more of Cease. Yuka, welcome! Gonna be lurking? No worries, thank you for the lurk. I was kind of tempted to get more of Cease, but I felt like if I got like 1 or 2 more, I would just have to commit and get them all, and I have to be financially responsible. So I limited myself to Makoto and Koromaru. Oh god, I would have loved to have a full Cease set. That would have been amazing. Like, they're a whole family, and I don't want to separate them, but my wallet says otherwise. Oh well. Anyways. Should we start gaming? Because I'm excited. Now I will say, just full disclosure, I am not going in this game 100% spoiler free. Because I have been interacting with Ace Attorney content on Twitter and stuff, naturally that puts more Ace Attorney on my feed. And I have seen some things from games 4, 5, and 6 that I probably should not have. So I know some characters, I know some plot points. I don't know the full context of these things, but I know of some things that exist in these games. So, we'll see. We'll see how that goes, but I don't think that's gonna diminish my enjoyment of the game at all. I think it's still gonna be so much fun. Anyways, let's hop on in. I'm so excited! I love Ace Attorney so much. Alrighty. Also, if any volume levels need to be adjusted, please let me know. All right. Time to meet Apollo and ask what the hell he has done to me. Since I have my Apollo emote, he smacks me with his dodgeball way too often. But anyways, how are volume levels? It looks like they're pretty good on my end. I'm looking at the first Phoenix, right? So I don't know anything? Do you mean like just the first game or like the whole trilogy? You mean just the first game? But I'm so excited. Hello, Minotaur, welcome. How are you doing? I am very, very excited for this. And then Dawn Trail this week. It's a good week. Although, again, I'm not caught up on 14 MSQs, so we'll get to Dawn Trail eventually. Okay, this music kind of goes hard. It kind of feels like a remix, not necessarily a remix, but the Office music. The music that plays in like Right & Co. Office in the original trilogy. Just the first one, and then the edit of Edgeworth blasting Eminem music. Yes, muffled rap music in the distance. That is a classic Ace Attorney meme. So many good classic Ace Attorney memes like, hey best friend, let's see those molars, and do you know the meme that's of like Miles Edgeworth putting on a jacket with the caption, okay bitch, call your lawyer, I'll have sex with him? Somebody drew like fan art of like him putting on his jacket like that and captioned it, okay, call your lawyer, and the official Ace Attorney Twitter account retweeted it. Now the question is, do they know what the caption is referencing? I'm inclined to think yes, because the Twitter account's been pretty active the past couple months, and they say, like, you know, we read your replies, we know what's going on, so I think they're in tune with the memes, especially since they did tweet a couple weeks ago. They tweeted something where the first word of every sentence spells out Narumitsu tops, so I'm pretty sure they know about the memes. Am I excited about the 14 Twitch collab? Oh yeah, there's drops! We get drops and a mount, I think, from 14 streams, which is so exciting. Ace Attorney Twitter. Yes, the Narumitsu tops post I have! It's so good. They know. My hats off to whoever's running that account. Larry, she Ace in my tourney till I Apollo. So true. How bad are the puns in the rest of the Ace Attorney games? One of the new names for a character in Investigations is Eddie Fender, a Defender. Yeah. I posted on Alana's 14 channel. Yoshi P apparently canceled. Wait, what? Huh? What? What? What the hell? Larry. Larry. What did I just read? Sorry. Oh my god. Thank you for that. We'll be streaming Dawn Trail for sure. Not as pretty though. Stop. I'm sure you're great. But yeah, thank you for that.
Adachi!
Adachi! Hello, hi Caliber. How are you doing? But yeah, anyways, let's get started. Elden Ring DLC, oh, you're playing the DLC? How's it going? I've heard a lot of people are saying it's really hard. I've never finished Elden Ring. I'll pick it up again at some point. Who knows when that will be. But one day I will. You're stuck on Margit? Oh my, wait, is he like... Oh yeah, he's one of the bosses in the OG game, right? Abaddon, hello, how are you doing? It's fine, you're on the 4th story boss, let's go. How are you doing, Abaddon? I am doing wonderfully, because this game exists. You just started, nice. Margit was, Elden Ring was my first Souls game, so it was a lot to get used to. Margit did give me some trouble, and I know he's an early boss, and like pro gamers are gonna be like, oh, well, you're just a skill issue, blah, blah, blah. It's still tricky, you know? Elden Ring is a hard game. There's no shame in struggling, yeah. Only fought twice, yeah. Like, it's... Every fight I feel is like, it's like a trial and error. It's like learning how it works. Oh, you never leveled up? Oh no. You have an incredibly broken sword. Let's go. Yes, you are in time for Ace Attorney. Think I should come back in a bit? Yeah, if you need to level more, there is nothing wrong with that. You can level up as much as you want. I like that you're free to play a game like that in whatever way you want. You can level up as much or as little as you want and play the way you want. And I think that's really cool. Anyways. It's time. It's time! These are all the... Wait, they got like full animation. I'm not... Okay. Museum contains spoilers. Good to know, good to know. It's happening! Oh, they got anime in that one. Alright, Apollo! Hello! Let's go. I'm so excited. Episode 1, Turnabout Trump. Painting. The DS budget, I see. Step up from the GBA. We got animations here. And this is for a tutorial case. Showdown time. Uh-oh. You lose. Ah! Oh god, oh god. Boink. Eek! Someone's a poor loser. Oh. Uh-oh. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him hard. Me? Please. The cop should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should have come to that. Oh, what in the flip is happening? I'm in the courtroom again. Oh my god! 420! Happy 420, Ace Attorney verse. Oh my god, was this portrait of the judge always there? I feel like I would have noticed that before. That's what happens when you don't believe in the heart of cards! I tried to platinum some Yakuza games while ignoring 13 Sentinels in my library. Me, literally me. You skipped a couple earlier bosses, the Gold Horse, oh, the Tree Sentinel. The tree sentinel is very, very hard. Early game, yeah. But yeah. That first boss with like the horse, yeah. Margit still takes a lot to kill, he does. It's tricky, but I believe in you! You can do it! Anyways, 420. Also, I'm just gonna check graphics. I don't know if the resolution needs to be adjusted. No, I have it on. Here, it should be fine. Anyways, Tree Sentinel, yeah, Tree Sentinel wrecked me in the beginning. I didn't beat it until I came back like dozens of hours later with all leveled up and everything. I got Margit half on second attempt. Ooh, nice! That's better than what I did, honestly. I started to do different stuff, yeah. Anyways, April 20th, 9:37 a.m. Panicked! Palm sweaty! I can admit it. I'm nervous! Okay, music. What build did I pick? That was you. Oh, your build. I'm doing a magic build on Elden Ring to start. I like ranged attacks. They make me feel safe. Anyways. Good morning. This motherfucker. Good morning, sir. You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight. Oh, wound up, sir. No, I'm loose. I'm fine. You've got an attorney's badge. It's screeching noise. Is that your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. Buddy, what? Your first trial and it's a homicide. I guess justice doesn't start small, eh? I'm fine. I got up at 5 a.m. to do my Chords of Steel voice workout. I'm fine. You know what? As someone who wants to pursue voice acting, I should probably do the same too. You know, vocal warm-up first thing in the day. Kristoff, yes. I have seen some things of him. That explains it. Oh, okay. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your screech. I overdid it again. What a guy. Oh, he got the smug thing too. As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift. Buddy. Drift gotten, sir. I'm all over that drift. As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through. Yes, I'm fine, sir. One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. You know what? I think I need to take that advice to heart. Oh, maybe not. I mean, you know, I'm always fine. Everything is fine. I say that all the time when I'm gaming. I feel everything is so fine. People might take you the wrong way. I'll be preparing our case. Oh, that big dragon that gives tons of runes but can't move and takes little damage? Oh, for your bandit build? I remember there was, I think it was like the glintstone dragon or something that gave me a lot of trouble as someone with a magic build since it has so much magic resistance. I didn't beat it until I got like a gravity spell. You might want to introduce yourself to the client. Oh, I didn't meet him before today. Cool. My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. And today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder. My boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him, no way! Hey. Hey. Hey, Phoenix. Hey. What happened to you? What the hell happened to you, man? Wasn't this Emma Sky's button in Rise from the Ashes? Didn't she wear something like this? Whoa! I think It's so funny, you know? They have a new protagonist, but like they gotta keep Phoenix in here somehow. And they turn him into a washed up DILF. And I love it. Good morning. Yes, I'm a bozo. Hi, Saint Dreamer, how are you? Pa. Morning. It's all up to you today. First trial? Nervous. Meeting him? Cardiac arrest. Why? Because he's so hot? He aged like a fine wine indeed. Why is it when men are like at their lowest of lows that like they tend to be the yummiest? I think I'm supposed to say something, help. So, you're... fine! I'm fine! He's a DILF, yeah, he is a DILF, yeah. They gave him the DILF line. Mr. Fine, is it? I'm looking at Mr. Fine, if you catch my drift. I did remember you having an odd name. Well, we're off to a great start. You basically had to be a lawyer because your last name is Justice, huh? Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me? Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney. And he's your friend, so why... You'll see. I'm like smiling so much. I'm sorry, I'm just so happy to play this game. So we need to get bonked. I mean, like, look at him. You can do it. Be confident. If... I would be very nervous right now if I didn't have context of the other two games that come after this based on history of first cases of other Ace Attorney games. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean, it's time, shall we? All right. What happened to him? Okay, I need to focus. First trial, here comes justice! Oh, I'm up against that guy. Is it Winston Payne or is it like another member of the Payne extended family? The court is now in session. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. What the hell happened? You got the post-slice ouchie hair, buddy. What the hell? The defense is fine. I mean, ready, Your Honor. Mind going blank. Don't panic. Too late. Your name was Mr. Justice, and this is your first trial? Yes, Your Honor, but I'm fine, really. Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Mr. Gavin? Yes, Your Honor. I was under the impression that you would be heading up this case. He aged like wine, but Payne aged like milk, for real. That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always cede to his client's wishes. Oh, he didn't want you defending him is what I'm gathering. Oh, and my client specifically requested Mr. Justice. Well, of course he wants justice. All right, Judge is still good old Judgy, I see. Good old Udgy. Okay, buddy. But to entrust his case to this greenhorn, why? I do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. Okay, so Gavin's got trial experience, fine. But does he have cords of steel? Okay, give him the old good old Apollo screech. He's also really hot. And let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom. This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry you had to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no see, Mr. Wright. What is going on? Papa! Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright piano player, what? Well, I guess he took up a new form of art. You know, music. Mr. Wright, how could this have happened? I won't speak of it further, then. If the prosecution would be so kind as to explain the charges, Mr. Payne.
To think I saw you enter this courtroom a fresh attorney, and now I'll see you leave in chains.
Ah, Winston Payne. Subtle as ever, I see.
Ahem. The crime occurred at the Borscht Bowl Club, a Russian restaurant. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him, wham, on the head, smack, killed him in cold.
First judge, A customer at the restaurant, you say? And the defendant, you say, he was...
The pianist for the club, it seems.
Okay, wait. Okay, now... The image of Phoenix looking like that, being a piano player, is in my brain now. This is not something that I knew. From all the bits of this game that I've seen on Twitter, Phoenix being a piano player is not something that I saw. Okay. Interesting. Phoenix Wright? A pianist?
This is the weapon that took the victim's life, a bottle of grape juice.
Alright, non-alcoholic grape juice.
Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice.
The court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence. Alright, bears the defendant's prints. Alright, what all do we have in the court record? Oh, how long did I yearn for one of these? Just putting it on makes me feel ready. Oh, we get the investigation thingy right away. We get the close-up inspection. The UI feels weird. What do you mean? I guess it's different. It's different from the trilogy a little bit. There's a number inscribed on the back of the badge. There are many numbers like it, but this one is mine. Proof that I'm an attorney. To tell the truth, I get a happy feeling inside just looking at it. Aw, he's so cute. Aw, Apollo's just a little guy. Alright, then we got the autopsy report. Around 2 a.m., April 17th, death caused by a single blow to the forehead. Alright. Shoddy Smith, April 17th, 1:45 and 2:15. Cerebral hemorrhaging resulting from blunt trauma to forehead. Crime photo 1. Okay. Oh, you've never seen the remake? Ooh. Was making inappropriate jokes about being a pianist? What do you mean? Grape juice bottle used as the weapon. Anything of note on it? Grape juice. How long has it been since I drank grape juice? Apparently, it's Mr. Wright's favorite drink. I wonder how well it goes with borscht. Is that all to be found here? Oh, something on the bottom. The bottle's completely empty. Okay. Alright.
Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court record. Make a practice of checking it frequently.
The court record. Right! I've heard of that!
Use E to look at the evidence so far. I'm confident in your ability to handle this.
Right, just use E.
Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action.
So, the victim was a customer at this restaurant. But just who was this, Shoddy Smith fellow?
We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor.
A traveler?
According to his passport, he has been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear.
And he had some sort of connection with the defendant?
That, too, is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe they first met at the Borscht Bowl Club on the night of the crime.
If they had only just met, then why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano. That's a crime. Yeah. Insulting your piano playing and you repay it by murder.
That doesn't appear to have been the case. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of play skill.
How dare you say that about him? I mean, I've never heard him play, but how dare you say that about him?
At least not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean.
Okay.
As we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime.
Wait a second. Isn't poker gambling? That's a crime in and of itself. Oh yeah, because isn't gambling illegal in Japan? You're a shit piano player. Oh really? Died out, literally.
Indeed. It appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal.
Objection! Okay.
It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Yet it was only that, a game in the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor. A competition? Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome.
Come again?
The cards on the table have blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present and impress women.
Pain, do you not realize you're in an Ace Attorney game? Nobody's straight here, Pain. That'll be our first order of business here, then. To find out more about this fatal game of cards, they added Phoenix to play Rush. He snapped! Man, why is he not smug. Why is he smirking like that? Very well, defendant. You'll testify to the court about the poker competition held the night of the crime. My pleasure.
This is it. My first trial. Here goes nothing.
The competition. Okay, music. I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is. A game. And our customers are happy. Who is putting you up to this, Phoenix? Phoenix and Edgeworth being an official couple completely invalidates Payne's claims, literally. A pianist who can't play piano?
Better than a defense attorney who can't defend.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Right, Your Honor.
My first cross-examination. Don't blow it.
Are you all right? You're sweating bullets.
Bullets? Where?
It's a figure of speech, Justice.
Your voice sounds strange and strained and raspy. Honestly, I think I'm going all in on the voice stuff, and I'm already feeling strained. My brain feels strained and raspy, sir. You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times. Though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher? What to do? Okay. Oh, it's nice that they have this for, like, people who've played this before. I know how this works. No need for help here, sir. I think I've got this one covered. I think you better do more than think. You know it, or you do not. I'm fine! The cards are still ready for— Should I have, like, a counter for every time Apollo says he's fine? Because, like, it's gotta be at least 5 times already. Probably more than 5. Like...
My weapons. Press and present. Find any inconsistencies, any lies in the testimony, and reveal them to the court.
That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it. Inconsistencies, lies. Phoenix Wright. As if! Phoenix Wright would never lie, and it's up to me to prove it. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Oh, they got the cut-ins too! Oh, this is so good. You would take a shot for each time you would die of alcohol poisoning. Oh god. Alright.
Hold it!
You can hardly play? Oh, I play sometimes, when customers demand it. What kind of place are you working in, buddy? So I play them one song. That's usually all they want, because you're so bad they don't want to hear more. Was that supposed to be a boast just now? The title of pianist is a mask, a respectful face I wear for the world at large. What happened? What happened to this man? Yeah, he was a piano player for some sort of roleplay thing. Oh god, it sounds very, like, shady and scummy, so, like, what is going on? Then why are you really at the Borscht Bowl Club?
Hold it!
They pay you just to play poker? That would seem to be the case. I am a professional, after all.
Do I detect pride in that statement?
This is Ace Attorney, Payne, once again. There's pride everywhere, and it's also Pride Month.
It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine.
Yes. Your imagination is always a bit limited, Winston. First name basis, good lord.
What?
I've played poker for 7 years in that little room. I've never lost once. Oh! Is he cheating? Or are the games fixed somehow? You see why the customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is, I'm quite a draw. Okay. Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time? As I said, I'm a professional. He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once. Is that even possible? Alright, the room we play and the competition in there, and the main attractions. He is quite a draw indeed. The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction. It is quite a history, actually. The Borscht Bowl Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day. Black market? All in the past. Things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Who is making you say all this? I feel like he's been, like, trained, or, like, he's being, like, blackmailed or something behind the scenes. Like, if you don't say exactly what I want you to say, you're in trouble, buddy. Suffice it to say, there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room. A smoky room, gambling hoods, you know. Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. Bosses gather around the table, cutting deals, safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, Lagoon keeps watch through the small window. I can practically picture it now. The window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout, but little else. Maybe that's where the true killer came in from. The room had a few other tricks to it. That was common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun. 2 decks of cards. What's the deal with that? A simple measure to prevent cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards. There's something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there are some lying scattered on the floor. Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor, each one forming a complete deck. A crime scene painted blue by a sad sweep of cards. It's poetic, really. Alright, Mr. Superfluous, or like, hoity-toity. Incidentally, we use 2 types of cards at the club. One deck of cards is red, the other blue. And I can't tell which is which in this picture, because... Although, didn't they say they were playing with the blue cards, so maybe these are blue? But that's a different back pattern on the back there. Assuming that is the back. Because that's a solid one, that's like patterned, unless those are face cards. Wait, those were face cards, right? There was like the king and everything there. Never mind. Okay. A lot of judge hums already. As I recall, in poker you make 5-card hands. I can see how it would be easy to cheat. Yes, a game of hands. What do you mean by that? You're probably cheating. Oh, this competition you're talking about. I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently. That's right. It was a simple game after all. Are you sure? People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room at the very moment that the crime occurred, yet you claim no connection to the crime. Now that's strange. What's strange? I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Yeah, move the hat, yeah. He's not his true self right now. He's not his normal self, so he has to hide the spikes. Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense. Ah! I completely let that one slip by. I wanted to press every statement before presenting. Don't despair yet, Justice. Sir? Albedo has been stolen from me. Katrina, welcome. How are you doing? Oh, is Albedo having a rerun in Genshin right now? I'm so sorry about that, but how are you doing? Oh, you mean the button, sorry, the sound alerts. Yeah, I got rid of some old sound alerts. Oh, the sound alert's gone? Oh, yeah. There we go.
Okay, Oscar.
Yeah. How are you doing? Yeah, I got rid of some old sound alerts. I had to make room for some new ones. Right. There's something I'd like made clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand, and I'd like to hear it from you. I'm dying this heat wave, same. It's awful out there, but I'm glad you're still alive and kicking here. Sure, why not? Very well. The defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little press. I've got myself a whole new testimony. He never touched the murder weapon. We know that's not true because there's fingerprints on it.
Objection!
Oh my god, that's an aggressive objection. So you say you didn't touch the murder weapon, this grape juice bottle? Maybe I should have pressed just to hear what the dialogue would be, you know? Maybe I should go for the little extra dialogue bits. From 63 to 83 in a day, that's wild, oh my god. Yeah. I do actually have a 10-bit objection alert. It's 10 bits. Although last time, I think somebody cheered like a number of bits that I set to like my new alerts and it didn't go through. The bit list is outdated on my page. I'm trying to adjust that. I'm familiar with the cords of steel. Yeah, those are cords of steel, for real. So, you say you didn't touch the murder weapon, this grape juice bottle, right? So I said. Something the matter, Mr. Justice? Grown man says tee-hee-hee and flips his hair.
Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb.
What's this, Mr. Payne?
I examined the bottle in question, you see, and it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints.
Objection! Don't need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine. I love him already. He's such a boy fail. What a loser. Excess yelling can damage the judge's ears and our case. But what about my course of steel? I love him so much already. Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant? Oh, that's true. Prints alone.
Oh, they would improve a thing if they were normal fingerprints.
Huh?
But the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down.
Upside down? What does that mean? That he held the bottle like that? Yeah.
It means he was holding the bottle inverted, and there can only be one reason for that. Yes, to brain someone with the bottle. Ah!
That face. I love his sprites. Mr. Gavin, I think things just took a turn for the worse. Oh? I see no problem, Justice.
Huh?
The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything, you'll see. Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court? I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now. Who? Someone's controlling you, buddy. Someone's controlling him. Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case.
I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason.
Objection!
Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. And what might that be, Mr. Gavin?
On the night of the crime, who was it that reported the murder to the police?
Reported?
Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that...
Really?
Yes, well, according to the case file...
Phoenix Wright washed up indeed.
The murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone.
Near the scene?
Let's take a look at a diagram of the murder scene, shall we? The victim was murdered in a small room in a basement 2 floors down from ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in this hallway to go above ground. The call came from the first floor of the restaurant.
I see. And this is the phone that made the call? You just read the defendant should notify the police on the restaurant's first floor. Okay. Oh, we have people. 32. I thought he was older. He looks older. 33. Wait. I think I got the wrong impression. I think I jumped to a conclusion on Twitter. Just by appearances alone, I was under the impression that this is Clavier's father. And if he's 32, there's no way he's the father to a grown man. So is he like a brother then? I don't know how that happened, okay? I don't know. Hi, Boots. I may have come to the entirely wrong conclusion. Oh god, I can't believe this. Oh, brother. First rate defense attorney and my trusted mentor. Pianist at the Borscht Bowl Club, formerly an ace defense attorney of some renown. Victim, a traveler only recently back in country. A prosecuting attorney, for all his experience, he lacks a certain presence. Oh, he's old. 32 and still standing, a modern miracle, yeah. Just like Thancred and Astinian, who I've just recently learned both of them are 32 years old. I know, I don't know why, I guess I just assumed based on appearances, so I guess it's on me for making assumptions, you know? That's on me. Alright, anyways, phone. This is 7 years after Game 3, right? And Game 3 is 2018. So this is 2025! We're playing in the future now! A cell phone in the year of our Lord, 2025. Oh! Wow, the battery's being held in with a piece of tape. He should just buy a new one. Maybe he can't afford it, or he just doesn't care. Does it play the Steel Samurai song still? Alright. The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he so chose. Yes, yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he's being uncooperative? Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being. Toyed? I assure you no one is more serious about... What was it you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. How can you possibly know this? That's a good question. How indeed? The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness.
You're as good as they say you are.
So someone else was in the room the night of the crime. That must mean they witnessed the crime. Everything up until now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready? Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand. Okay, small person.
The witness will state her name and profession.
Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness?
I surmise that she'd been frightened by the defense's
Demonic-looking horns! Excuse you, that is his little baby bird feather. So I used a little hair gel. Relax, people. Have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off.
You are sure?
I swear it on my gavel. Please come out. Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor?
Well, if you are sure it's okay.
Ahem. Now the prosecution... Oh, wait a minute. Would the prosecution care to explain the witness's paraphernalia?
Yes. She is a professional, Your Honor. These are merely the tools of her trade.
That would be...
My name is Olga Orly. I am employed as waitress in Borscht.
Oh, is this like a Russian? I can't do a Russian accent. Yeah, those are his antenna. Yeah, it's like his reception. I can't do a Russian accent, right? I am employed as waitress in Borscht Bowl Club restaurant. I can't do this. This is gonna sound really bad. Then why the camera?
Of course, it is my pride to serve borscht that is a naming restaurant. But I also perform, how is it said, other service.
I take it one of those other services is taking the customer's pictures.
Da. Like, for example, is this one.
Oh. Okay. Alright, there's the piano. This is the same one. Oh. Kiryu-chan, hello! Oh my god, he's wearing like the Kiryu suit. Oh my god. Oh my god! It's Kiryu's outfit! Hi Kim, how are you? This is the same room, right? No, this is not the same room. Because this is like a square table, and this table's round. Oh, wait, oh my god, go back. Phoenix. Why do you have your dogs out, buddy? I know you're all washed up and everything, but... Anyway, Yes, Kiryu is the victim in this case. What a shame. That's the defendant.
Indeed, on the night of the murder, man in white hat was one who had gone kaput.
Indeed. That is the victim. He lost the shoes in his divorce with Edgeworth. How sad. Order. This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps.
It is the same way as I drop cold bowls of borscht on laps of customers, casually.
Then the court will casually accept this new evidence. Alright, yeah. Nothing else to notice here. Although, yeah. I mean, they said this is in the basement, and I guess this is the first floor, you know, where he's playing the piano and all that jazz. Okay. Cork in there.
Now, witness, where were you at the time of the murder? I was in room, the hideout we call it.
Excuse me, the hideout?
It is room where famous gangster bad guy was arrested.
Bad guy. Is that our first pun name of... First new pun name? Good lord. Is she in the court record now? What's her full name? Oh yeah, Olga Orly, she did say that. Russian waitress at the Borscht Bowl Club. What? Wait. That is not room where murder took... That is not the room where the murder took place. Okay, so that is the point of, contradiction there.
You look of utter surprise. It is lovely. I will post my courtroom door later for you. Photos will be numbered and you will write which ones you want a copy of.
Okay, so there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Shotty Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga Orly, our witness. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means... Very well, witness. You will testify to the court about that night's events.
That night, the customer asked me to deal cards for a game. It was called Both Players Played with Hats On. The victim, he plays all time with his hand on his locket at his neck. Then, last hand is done. But something terrible has happened. That man flew at the victim and is strangling him to death.
Okay, also strangling is incorrect because cause of death is a blow to the forehead. Incidentally, who won the game?
Isn't it obvious the winner was the victim, Mr. Smith?
Objection!
Jesus, Apollo! That's ridiculous, because Mr. Wright can't lose! Ahem, Justice. Maybe you can come with a more legitimate objection? But he hadn't lost in 7 years!
Take it from me, kid, it happens. I didn't lose a case in my first 7 years as prosecutor either. Incidentally, I have some evidence here. These are the poker chips as they lay at the very moment of the crime. The hand and chips on this side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith.
Hiccup. Chips, you say? I'm hungry now.
I mean, yes. Imagine that poker is war. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils.
I know that. After all, in my youth, I was known as the poker head of courtroom number 3. I think he means poker face. Looking at this picture, it does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table. Alright. Alright, nothing new to notice there, right? Yeah. Alright. Okay. Ash, hello! How are you doing? How's it going? I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm so happy to be playing another Ace Attorney game. Yes, the Apollo Justice is happening. In America, they're called poker fries! Good one. Alright. So you were dealing, huh? You were dealing cards. Do you do this often?
Yeah, I am doing this. If customer wishes it, I serve anything. Borscht cards, more borscht. It is my work.
It's good to hear a place that hasn't forgotten the meaning of service.
Welcome you to Borscht Bowl Club, where borscht is warm as the waitress.
Thank you for not handing out flyers during the cross-examination. Apollo, my best friend, my silly rabbit. I love him already. Such a goober. I love that he's so yelly already. Both players play with hats on, yeah. In the picture, they both have hats on. It's already April. How could it be cold?
At the Borscht Bowl Club, we have pride on authentic rusted Russian restaurant theme. Outside it is city and spring, but inside it is always cold as Mother Russia.
No way am I going there.
When it comes to hot borscht, cold is best seasoning, da?
He's with his hand on the locket at his neck. His locket?
I believe it was good luck charm, da? He cracked it many times as he played that night.
Yes, he must have felt as though it might carry him to the moon and the stars. Though, if it was small enough to fit around his neck, he wouldn't have much lift. Oh, Judge. The defense would like a clarification. This is a locket we're talking about? I mean, a pendant with a picture in it, right? And not a rocket. Of course! I knew that! It was probably a pendant shaped like a rocket. That's why she called it that. Wait. Hold on. Oh, wait. Yeah, wait. Wasn't Phoenix just wearing that? I swear to God, he was wearing this. Because I'm like inspecting everything about his outfit right now, and I swear he was wearing this just now. Show me Phoenix again.
No, a locket's a locket!
Oh my God.
It's considered bad form to poke fun at the hard of hearing in our society.
Hard of hearing or hard of understanding?
So, what happened next?
Phoenix, give me 5 minutes, please! They made him a washed up DILF, and you know what? Yeah, I get it. But something terrible has happened. Something terrible? The defense will refrain from needless shouting. Shiny Phoenix again, average Apollo Justice player! Hey, I have a legitimate reason. I need to see if he's actually wearing the locket. Sorry, I need to seriously reconsider this vocal training thing. I mean, if you're talking all day, it's a good thing to do, you know?
Now, Miss Orley, can you tell us what happened? Oh, I was so frightened that I trembled with fear.
Strangling him to death. I'm pretty sure this is the thing we're gonna... I just want to press to see what the dialogue is, but I'm pretty sure this is... We're gonna present the autopsy report here since he was not strangled to death.
I just want to see all the dialogue.
Me looking at Phoenix, my first time playing Apollo Justice, something terrible is happening inside of me. You're so real.
But the defendant would never do such a thing. Eek!
Well, now, I can't say I've ever heard the defense try this tactic.
If possible, please refrain from embarrassing me.
Oh, I know he is seething under that smile. Yeah, middle-aged. Yeah, 33. Middle-aged at 33. Still, oh, Ash. I don't think you were here earlier. I just now learned. I've seen too much of this game on Twitter, so I'm not playing this 100% spoiler-free. But I've seen this man, and I assumed that he was Clavier's father. But now I see he is 32, and there's no way he is the father of a fully grown man. So I don't know if he's like a brother or something now. So yeah. That's what I get for assuming based on appearances, I guess. Anyways, still, why would anyone do something like this over a game of poker?
Perhaps it is because the defendant has lost game? Yes, a crushing defeat for a man undefeated.
Anyway, anything could happen, yeah.
So it always is with men like him. Winners make sore losers. Oh, how the mighty fall!
Go ahead. I believe you know what it is you need to do. Right, sir. Leave it to me. Yeah. Yeah. Bro was not strangled to death.
Objection!
I love the yelling. Yeah, you're so J. Michael Tatum voice. Wait, did J. Michael Tatum voice him? I don't feel like I can guess the voice actors based on just like small little clips like this. So like, he should. Okay. Oh really? Strangled, you say? That's odd. Normal customers only choke on borscht. No, I mean, this report shows that the victim died of a blow to the head. Ah! Miss Orley, really now? Did you witness the crime? Eek! Okay, skills. Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He's still wearing his hat and everything.
Yet it is a fact that he was hit, Your Honor.
Oh, so did somebody put the hat back on after he was killed?
Here's a photo we took of the victim with his hat off during our investigation.
Well, that's quite shocking, isn't it? This head certainly was hit. Hat removed during investigation.
But I have seen it happen. The defendant, he lunged at the victim, his neck.
Oh, really, Miss Orley?
I think I've caught you in your own lie this time.
Nothing else to, necklace is gone. I see, yep. Chapter 1 in this Ace Attorney game already has head blow. Classic Ace Attorney.
Justice. I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this through once more.
What do you mean? I found a contradiction! I did it! I found my first contradiction! Yay!
There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me.
Very well. It seems we should continue the cross-examination. There's such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead, so stop beating it.
There's such a thing as thinking aloud too much, too.
Classic Ace Attorney, always speaking the blue text out loud. Alright. Okay. He hit him with bottle.
Hold it!
She's writing fanfiction about Phoenix. Understandable. Yeah. You didn't say anything about hitting before.
So sorry. I must be forgetting this, da.
Witness, you'll take greater care with your testimony.
Oh, da, I'm sorry, Your Honor. And that clears up the discrepancy with the autopsy report, I believe. The defendant made to strangle his victim, then changed his mind, and chose a simpler, blunter means to do the job. Yes, that sums it up nicely.
So he strangled him, then hit him? Something's fishy about all this. Alright. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Alright. Alrighty. They both play with hats on. I mean, if he was bonked on the head, like, I assume, like, for the blow to be like that visible or whatever, I don't know. There's no blood on the hat, so he must not have had his hat on when he was bonked. Or would this new testimony be the thing? After he tried to strangle him. The new statement isn't... Usually, like, the new statement is what we, like, present things with, but I don't know. This is kind of throwing me a bit. I mean, here he does have his hat on, but again, if he was hit on the head, I don't know. Wouldn't the hat kind of like soften the blow a bit? But yeah, the necklace is also gone. Anything else in here? All right. Or would it be the autopsy report once again? Because... resulting from blunt trauma to forehead. Yeah, there's no other injuries found on him, I guess. I mean, they don't make note of any other injuries. I guess it's possible, like other... I don't know. God. I'm overthinking this. No, this is Ace Attorney. I can't overthink things. So, I'm gonna go with my first thought was, and present the hatless picture here. I'm gonna go with this.
Objection!
Alright, yeah. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Oh my god, the explosion. Alright, that's fine. Or maybe it's... At what point did Phoenix get the locket? Maybe it's here. He doesn't have a locket here.
Objection!
There we go. You know, there was one curious part in her testimony, just like Mr. Gavin said. But what does it mean? Mr. Justice, would you care to explain what it is you're thinking so intensely about? Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on his locket at his neck, I believe she said.
I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar.
No, but look at this photograph. Look at this photograph! First one of the game. Do you see a locket on the victim's neck?
Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this photograph!
First one, baby. But what does it mean? If we are to believe this witness's testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death. Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor.
It's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, someone must have taken it off.
No? Taken it off? Wait, you don't mean...
The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it?
That's very odd. Why would you do that? Am I reading this quick? I just I don't know, I always am kind of a quick reader, I guess. I always have been. But how are you doing? Ah! Fellas, is it gay to remove another man's necklace? Defendant, what do you have to say to that? Yep, he's wearing it. Although, maybe it's not... Maybe that's the same charm. Because it's like a chain. Yeah, his was like a chain with like little like balls and everything. It is extremely gay? Noted. Yeah. It was like a slightly different chain. So that could be the same charm, but not the same chain. More or less to wear a beanie reading Papa. Aww. Say.
Yes?
I just noticed this, but you have something hanging around your neck, don't you? Oh. You mean this? Yes, it's a locket. With a photograph inside. A photo. My daughter! Ah! Oh! The girl. Aww. See, I love that they made Phoenix a DILF here, and they gave him this look. They know what the people want. Oh. Come again? Mr. Wright, you have a daughter?
We confirmed it at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter.
Oh, Jill Phoenix. So Mr. Wright has a locket too? Why would I buy that this is just a coincidence? Did Shoddy Smith somehow take that locket? Were they playing for possession of his locket? Well now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game.
The testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear the defendant lost badly.
Miss Orley, you will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendant.
Da. Your Honor, I'm a dad. The game began with 3,500 points in chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning. Nah, it was the victim. For last stand, defendant played with old chips on table and lose. The moment loss was decided, defendant grabs bottle from table and...
Indeed, looking at this picture, does seem to be a one-sided game. She did say all chips on the table. Were there any chips on the floor? No, just cards on the floor. Okay.
As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
Ah, how many times have I heard these words? I done it in a fit of anger. Your Honor, I done it. Oh, whoop. Huh? Whoop, go back. Hold on. Whoops. I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor, and I now regret what I done. A common tale, but true. Methinks. This motherfucker says methinks. And you know what? I kind of get it. I mean, I always kind of like spoke that way. Like I say, I've always said things like mayhaps, perchance, and it's only gotten worse since playing Final Fantasy XIV. Now I think of the phrase must needs in here. Yes, he's 33 in this one. Yes, must needs, exactly. We must needs contradict the... Why was that? Hold on. Puissant, yes. I don't know why that was not allowed. Thanks, Autobot. The perfect age for a DILF, 33 indeed. Puissant. Puissant in bio, yes. Puissant means like smart, right? I checked it last time, and... Puissant. Literally the worst thing I could call someone in a Tumblr arena. Isn't that what we all called ourselves back in the day when we were on Tumblr? But yeah, puissant. Having great power or influence. Phoenix is a puissant lawyer. Was it not? Or is that like a... What does that mean? Does that mean something that I don't know? Am I about to learn a new word today? This is your first time hearing it? I don't know, I feel like I don't know what's happening. Methinks the judge watches too many old court movies. I feel like I just aged. Same. Yeah, I was a early 2010s Tumblr kid, and it shaped me into who I am today, for better or for worse. Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong. Do you really think Phoenix is that good, Apollo? I mean, yeah, like, he really does not think it's possible that Phoenix could lose. Okay, 3,500 points for each man.
Hold it!
I was a Webkins girly. I was too in a while, like, in like 2nd grade I used to play on Webkins. I never touched Tumblr. Honestly, that's probably good. Are those the usual starting points? Were any special rules used?
No, not special. Usual game, usual rules.
If each man began with 3,500 points, then the total would be, 7,000. Please, this isn't calculus. It's not even long division. Basic math. You were also raised on Tumblr? Yeah, it's a big part of our formative years. I was deep into fandom Tumblr. Specifically, I was into Super Hulock and Homestuck and unfortunately Danganronpa. I learned about Danganronpa in 2013, years before the game was officially translated in the West. I read through a whole Let's Play of it. I read through the whole Let's Play on the Something Awful forums at the tender age of 14, and yeah. Super Hulock, I've not heard that name in many a moon, indeed. I used to look at cool art, but that's it. That's honestly a good way to use it. Nowadays, I usually just go on Tumblr to browse through the tags of my current interests. Like, I may have been browsing the Endwalker tags pretty recently, not gonna lie. I had a 20-year-old coworker ask me about what we did before smartphones existed. Oh god, I feel old just by reading that, and I'm not even that old. Like, I've had a smartphone for like 10 plus years at this point, and I even feel old from that. Good lord. Oh man. small and large. Are the chips in this photo all the chips that were used?
Da, of course.
We were on the internet, just not 24/7, and I miss it. Agreed. I miss that too, where it's like something that you could like sign off of at the end of the day. Now it's just such, the internet is such like an essential part of not just like recreation, but like work stuff too. Like it was a place you could go to and then sign off, but now you're like connected all the time, and sometimes it's very hard to get away from that. Maybe it's about to look like a child as Indian stream age decays. Man. Map Quest! Oh my god, Map Quest! That's a throwback, yeah. Yeah. Wait, what did she just say? Oh yeah, those are all the chips that were used. Hold on. I wanna see, are these, something's fishy with the chips? Gregson? I miss Gregson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 5 on this side. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's one chip missing over here. They're not the same. There's wait, no, they are the same. Hold on. Go back. Maybe I'm miscounting. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, yeah. Okay, that is the same. In terms of small and large chips. Press harder, yeah. Counting issue, yeah. Math. Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips.
Explain? What is there should be explained? Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips, not a chip off the old block, not a motorcycle cop, not a...
Thanks. Now that I pressed her, I better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles even?
Yeah, as I have been saying before, it was game, not gambling. Or perhaps for such capitalists to understand. What types of chip? 100 points chip?
Okay. 100 and 1,000. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 100 and 1,000. She said it counted up to 30. There should be 7,000 points total. And there's 2 types of chips. Hold on. 100 points and 1,000 points. Alright. Hold on. I mean, based on this, I would... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, if we assume like the small chips are the 1,000 ones, and the large chips are the 100 ones. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 7,000 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I'm just assuming the small ones are the 1,000 point ones, because that's how that would add up. Once again, just counting again to make sure I'm not counting wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 red chips, 6 of the smaller chips, and 10 of the larger chips. Alright.
Don't you find her comment interesting?
I mean, they could have been split up evenly because there's an even number of both types, but unless... Wait. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. How do you split the... If they both started with 3,500, they could both start with, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, each start with 3 of the smaller ones and 5 of the larger ones. I'm probably getting ahead of myself or overthinking this.
In more ways than one, sir. I'd have it added to help her testimony myself.
Yeah. I wish I knew where I was going with this. Leah, hello, how are you doing? It's Ace Attorney, I have to overthink it. Yeah, very real.
Da, Your Honor.
Okay, one is worth 100 points, the other's worth 1,000.
Hold it!
Mr. Gavin said this testimony is important. To be honest, I have no idea why. Mr. Justice, do the court a favor and think of what you want to say before raising your hand. We are not in kindergarten. I got a tattoo yesterday! Oh my god, that's so cool! What did you get? If you feel comfortable sharing. You don't have to share if you don't want to, but that's so cool! That's awesome. I hope it heals well. I'm doing quite alright myself. He's fine. Oh my god, he added one to the fine counter. He just said he's fine. The small ones are 100 and the big one's 1,000, right? Right? Of course.
Don't waste our time.
Okay, he says the small ones are 100 and the big one's 1,000. And that's the opposite of what I was going off of, because, I mean, obviously you would assume bigger means worth more points. But the opposite, inverting that, is the only way that it would add up evenly. Once again, me jumping the gun, lacking crucial information. Making assumptions once again, like Christophe Clavier's father, when that is not the case. Yeah, it's strawberries! Oh my god, that's so cute! It's not a tattoo of Phoenix, right? Alright.
Oh, please try not to embarrass me like that.
Who, me?
There's a clear contradiction in the information you have in your hands. It's a simple matter of calculate.
Yeah,
You're not in kindergarten after all.
I want to punch him. Yeah. Phoenix is basically a strawberry, but I'm not at all, but I'm choosing that it counts. Fair, yeah. Alright.
Objection!
There we go. Me trying to make it make sense in my brain when we have to point out that it doesn't make sense. You're sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure.
It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. At a glance, the picture is enough to tell you who won, if you're not in kindergarten.
Just for safety's sake, would you explain the problem to the court? Or does she misinterpret which is worth which? Did she get the numbers wrong? Because if this is Phoenix's hand, if these are worth 1,000, he would have 4,500, and Phoenix has a winning hand or Phoenix is winning if the smaller ones are worth 1,000. Kenshi, hello, how are you? They're both fruit. I mean, you're not wrong. Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points?
Why, the big ones, of course. Duh!
And then I just went in my yeah. Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up. Yeah.
The totals?
Let us review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips, and the combined total value of the chips was 7,000 points. Yes, if my calculations are correct, let's see. 3 + 1, carry the 5. They are, Your Honor. Look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. I have a huge question about the evidence stuff, but I don't know if anyone's... Oh, if it's like a... yeah. If it's like a potential, like, contradiction or anything, I want to try to figure those things out on my own. But, yeah. Several grown men attempt to count to 7. 7! This is foreshadowing to summon the Ace Attorney Games Tribe. Hello! How's it going? If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small chips are worth 100, and you add them up...
How much is it?
Do it yourself. You aren't in kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. See, I was on the right track. This clearly contradicts the witness's testimony.
But why? How could this be?
Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why. Right, there's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. Hold on. Chip count was wrong, both were right. chip count was wrong, I guess. Yeah, I'll go with that. I don't know. I guess. Chip count, because... The odd thing here is the number of chips. No.
Why are you asking me?
Just in case.
Justice, it's your case. I'm concerned. It's your case I'm concerned about. Hello, oh man. If you're wondering about the chips, just look at the photograph. It's all there. Even our judge with his failing eyesight could count them.
That's not the only thing failing the judge. Man. Starting points were wrong? Did you get those? This calculation makes the answer clear. If the total combined points at the table was 10,600. Yeah. I was going off my own assumption once again. Then each man started the night with 5,300 points. 5,300? That's a rather half-baked score at which to start a game.
Justice, would different starting points really change anything?
It seems the defense's objection was even more half-baked than the score. Oh, time to head back into the kitchen. Okay, we gotta cook some more.
Each man began the game with 3,500 points.
If all the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, there can only be one answer. The small ones are worth, the 1,000. Yep, the value of the chips was the other way around.
What?
Wanna know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones.
Madness! Utter madness!
Show me that photograph of the chips again. There's 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up. We do math.
Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out by yourself.
Man, this guy is so punchable. And it's watching them not question their assumption. He's just sitting there just like with that smile on his face, and I'm concerned. I feel like he's being manipulated behind the scenes. He's been told not to say anything. Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it.
But wait! The value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing.
Nope, Phoenix is winning in that one. The victim did have the larger number of chips, but not the higher value. Ah! Exactly. If the small chips are 1,000 points and the large chips are 100, let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table. The victim, Mr. Smith, had 2,900 points, and the defendant had 4,100 points. Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all.
That's impossible!
My client had even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning! He was a winner! Just like Eustace! I'm sorry, I feel like the word winner and winning is now ruined for me. with the new localized names for investigations. The winner! I don't know the plot of investigations. I just know the old localized, the fan translation names. Yeah, texting a child. This is my lawyer. I'm going to jail. Yeah. Now, Miss Orley, you must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the crime. Weren't you? Oh. Eek! Order, order! It appears our defendant has lost his motive, and Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. We must now ask ourselves whether we can trust the witnesses. Girl, is she breaking down? Oh, excuse me, what is it, Miss Orley?
I did not want to be saying this, but actually, you see, See what, Miss Orley? What do we see? In the last hand, there was a cheat.
I mean, honestly, Phoenix playing fixed matches does seem to, like, make sense for having a winning streak that long, so, like, I don't know.
A trick?
Wait, or do you mean a scam?
They're all the same thing. Yes, there was cheat in last hand. That is why game ends with chips as they are.
Great, just great. First we have lying, now cheating.
Well, this case certainly has taken a turn for the interesting.
Witness, you will please testify to the court. tell us about this cheating in the final hand?
The last hand, both men had full house. There's 4 of each card in deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took bottle in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith.
I mean, they did play with 2 decks of cards. So, 7, 7, 7, ace, ace. I mean, we can see there's not 5 copies of any card here, and there's no dupes, so, unless they're from, like, a different deck, but we can't tell that from this picture. And, like, we can't tell what the cards are from here, either. Miss Orley? Why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled a cover up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers. A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make, in my experience.
That alone is enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics.
Mr. Gavin? What's a full house?
Lawyers these days, you don't know your poker or your 90s sitcoms.
I can't say this bodes well for your case or career. Narrative pacing, Your Honor, indeed. What is this, some kind of secret court poker ring? Yeah, it's 2 and 3. That's what a full house is, right?
Justice.
You know the terms 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 of a kind, yes? Yeah, no problem. 2 cards with the same number makes a pair, and 3 makes a 3 of a kind. Good. Now picture a hand with 1 pair and 1 3 of a kind. That's a full house. That doesn't sound very easy to make, does it?
You can see each player's hand in this photo.
Wow, they both have full houses.
We forget there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat.
The defense may cross-examine the witness. If they did cheat in the last hand, it still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand. Who's ever heard of a professional con man losing when they cheat? If I have a full house. Just how hard is it to make a full house anyway?
It is quite hard, It is making a pair and the 3 of a kind at the same time.
I guess that's right. Very difficult, to be sure. You can take my word as the poker head of courtroom number 3. They are, at the beginning of the case, weren't like, I almost called him Ouchie. This is not the Grey Ace attorney. Payne and, the judge were like, oh, gambling and poker, whoa, that's such a low-life thing to do, and now here they are talking about it openly.
Very difficult, but 'tis not impossible.
Okay, full house, hard. This line of questioning, a waste of time. But I like to press and see what the dialogue is. 4 of each card, but they play with 2 decks. 4 of each card, you say?
There's 1 spade, 1 diamond, 1 heart, and 1 club for each card. It is an interesting fact that this number 4 comes from number of seasons.
Huh, you don't say. I'm something of a gambler myself. And did you know that the cards are numbered 1 through 13? Add all the cards in a deck and you get 364 a year! You don't say. Isn't that 1 day short?
And 2 in a leap year. That's why each deck has 2 jokers.
Joker? Persona mention?
They say the second joker stands for the leap year. Thus you have a perfect representation of the year, all in a deck of cards.
Huh, you don't say. A pair of wild cards, you say. We're gonna be in this courtroom for a year if it keeps going like this.
Hold it!
How is it clear?
Oh, well, the defendant, he played a 5th ace.
What? A 5th ace? Huh?
I still remember both hands very well.
You feel like playing cards and we're looking at some of the decks, and some of the decks I've never used were missing a card? That's really interesting, huh? That's really weird. Were they like unopened packages? Like, that's very weird.
Mr. Smith's hand has 3 aces. And Mr. Wright's 2.
Wait, huh? No, that's a king, huh? What?
Your Honor. Perhaps this could be added to the testimony without Mr. Payne's joke.
She says it's 3 aces, but that's literally not true. Yeah, diversity win, the king is ace, let's go! Let's go! This is Ace Attorney after all. Alright, I know this is what we're gonna present. We're gonna present the hands to this, but I wanna press the rest of the statements just to see what the dialogue is. I think I wanna do that. I wanna, even when I know what to do, I wanna press just for extra dialogue, because it's fun. Unless I'm like short on time or whatever, but I just wanna see what the, I wanna see the dialogue. Do you recall what the men were arguing about?
No, I believe so. The victim, he shouts, "You are cheater," and then the defendant shouts something like, "I have objection."
Objection, oh my god.
Shouting objection, eh? Old habits are hard to break. First he bluffed his way through the courtroom, now he bluffs his way through life.
However, Mr. Wright lost the hand. That seems to cast a shadow of doubt on Mr. Smith.
Humiliation from losing even when cheating.
I said that I got the ads, oh no, but yeah, that really sucks. I'm so sorry, Leah. That's awful. Yeah.
That is what set fire to defendant's heart.
So, what did the flaming defendant do next? Alright. Bottle.
Hold it!
This. The defendant uses his bottle to... And this behavior is an admission of cheating by the defendant.
But why use a grape juice bottle?
You'd be surprised at what can be used as a weapon. This juice is a recommended drink of Borscht Bowl Club, da. This year's vintage is remarkable for its hefty flavor.
Hefty enough to brain a grown man, apparently. First she says it was serious competition, now she says it was cheating. Yeah, I know what the thing is, yeah. Yeah.
I just wanted to see all the dialogue from pressing, okay, Christoph? Alrighty.
Objection!
It appears the witness is mistaken.
Mistaken? But my name?
How's it going? Oh my god, Sass, welcome! How are you doing? I am doing very well. I'm so happy to be playing another Ace Attorney game. I'm having a great time. How are you doing? Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony. That's the photo of the chips, is it not?
Justice. Perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your point.
The contradiction? Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. She said which... The defendant played a 5th ace, she said, so we're gonna point to his hand.
Take that!
There we go. It's here, of course. It's where? Oh, is that not it? Do I need to point to the aces then? Okay. Did I play through all the Ace Attorney games? Yep, I played the Trilogy and the Great Ace Attorney. So, yeah. There was not a 5th ace, so maybe just the 2 aces?
Take that!
Huh? Okay, where specifically? She claims the defendant played a 5th ace, but that is not true. Like, is it not the ace is there? Or the... Okay, I'm probably, once again, overthinking. She claims the defendant cheated and played a 5th ace. Or is she claiming... It's the fact that there's no 5th ace. I mean, I pointed to all the cards on his hand, but like...
Take that!
Okay, is it the other guy's hand then? But she claims the defendant cheated, so... Would it be these ones then?
Take that!
Okay, it's his aces. Miss Orley, in your testimony you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hand. Oh. Mr. Smith's hand. I thought you said, you know, the defendant cheated, la 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 la, and I got my wires crossed a bit there.
Well, maybe the witness was simply confused.
Memory issue, yeah, I know, it's... I misread that.
Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that helped.
That's what I thought she was saying at first. You know, she said like, he cheated.
Objection!
Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I say cheating, all right, and it's going on right here in this courtroom. 2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total. Hardly proof of cheating.
Wait, please! It is true. I have seen it. The 5th ace. There was cheating, I swear to you.
That's odd. She must be lying, yet she's the most sincere. I've seen her all day. You're right to trust your instincts. Mr. Gavin?
Who knows?
Is this the first song that we've from the original trilogy that we're hearing here? This is music from the OG games. I get distracted when thinking about so many aces as well. Yeah, because we're so cool.
Who knows what lies in store for us in the Trilogy? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion.
What might that be, Mr. Gavin?
If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards.
Yeah, are they from different decks?
The players' hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request that the cards be shown to the court.
They're gonna be from different decks. They're gonna be red and blue cards. What should we examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards? Can I not say both? If the cards don't prove cheating was going on, nothing will. Oh god, shit. We'll go with the victim's hand. It was the victim's hand that changed over the course of the witness's testimony. The defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards. Very well. Mr. Payne, if you would...
Very well.
Okay. Yep, there we go. One of the kings is from a different deck. And then one of the cards has a blue back. I'm much more of a red guy myself. Blue is so not red, you know? Okay, so we get it. You're not Phoenix. All right. Card backs are red. For some reason, I thought they were using blue-backed cards in the final hand. Okay. Oh, I did this already. I'm ahead of the game. Yes, turned every which way, and we zoom in and out. Nice. Yes, we saw. The card backs are red. Didn't you, Mr. Gavin? Huh?
Oh, Which was it now?
What? Yeah, I think it's funny. The way I did that first, I imagine he was like looking at the cards, was distracted, like, ugh, blue? Really? Never mind he's wearing a blue tie. That's what stood out to him before noticing that there's something weird about it. The back is a different color. Ah? So I'm present for this music? Have you played this before, Leah? Okay, this is kind of a vibe.
That is impossible! But I put that card in rights. Oh.
Girlie told on herself there. What was that, Miss Orly? You put it in Wright's hand, you said?
No, not that I merely said that. No, I have hic.
Oh, you haven't? No worries. Felt epic music to start playing. No, it's not a spoiler at all. I feel fine. Why do I think Phoenix and Apollo were the same person? I mean, they're both our pro tags here.
Your Honor?
Mr. Gavin, yes?
Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker?
To cheat?
I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say.
The dealer. Ah! Wait, so you mean this witness, Miss Orly?
She's the cheater. A professional, I'd wager.
Order?
Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her.
Apollo, what the fuck? Of her mistake. Your Honor, please recall the testimony we just heard.
That's impossible! But I put that card in Wright's hand.
Uh-oh, got her.
Ergo?
Indeed, verily I say, ergo.
Miss Olga Orly conspired to cheat not with my client,
but with the victim, Mr. Shoddy Smith. Okay, music. There we go. Music. There's our epic music. Ah! Yeah. Everyone gives Uchikoshi a hard time. Yeah, Ace Attorney just sometimes even, but Ace Attorney does it both intentionally and accidentally. Yeah, we're cornering her. Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine an altercation between her and the victim. What? Wait, you don't mean the defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga Orly, are you? Uchikoshi game innuendos are always intentional, indeed. Time for justice! With justice with a capital J, he's not talking about the concept of justice. He's like, oh, it's justice time. I'm gonna justice all over the witness. There were 3 people in the room at the time of the incident. And if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am. The defense accuses the witness, Miss Olga Orly, of murder. Ah! Oh. Mr. Payne, where is your witness? She's not even gonna defend herself. She just...
She has lost consciousness, Your Honor.
Girlie's not even gonna try to defend herself? Mr. Justice, Your Honor. It seems you have presented a new possibility to the court, one suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith. And that means this court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time.
What?
I did it. I held out. I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make further inquiries.
Objection!
Oh. Oh! No Phoenix line? Okay. Jeez, that was a bold yell. Apollo commits murder during a trial. I'm a justice all over the witness. Should I add that as a quote? I'm gonna justice all over the witness. All right. It has to be capital J because I'm referring to Apollo Justice.
You can't end the trial here, Your Honor.
Yeah, because somebody is pulling your strings.
Not yet.
Adachi baby.
My little man whore, Adachi baby.
What nonsense is the defendant spewing now?
Think. One of the cards had a different color back. Don't you wonder what it means?
Boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right when you're about to get off the hook? Ridiculous!
Mr. Payne, you of all people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous.
Great
Indeed.
vegetables.
Great vegetables. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Yes, it would be getting to the bottom of things when Phoenix is involved. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night. The Somnium quotes are so... yeah. Somnium is such a time. As was said before, we alternated between 2 decks of cards that night.
That was said before!
2 decks at the club have different color backs, blue and red. Reminds me of a certain somebody, blue and red. It's like Miles and I miss him. Somnium really is insanity, yeah. Man. Oh god, that. Yeah. Those were a time. Yeah, blue and red, just like Miles and I. 1 color per deck. Oh, thank you for the stretch. Oh, it's not the poop yummy. That is very bad out of context. I don't know where that came from, okay? I don't know where that came from. I don't know where... I guess we do only have 1 Somnium quote. I think I need to... I feel like I have some bangers that I forget to add. Like, I don't know. Anyways, is there any... I don't know what the highest number 1 is. I mean... I don't know, I guess just if you just go through them one by one, I don't know. Or try to, I don't know. Why is different color backs? Go on, say some examples. Some examples. If you use the same color, the 2 decks might get mixed. You use different colors and they still got mixed up.
I never knew I had such heat inside. Don't make me say stuff like that. Don't go. I like you.
Happy Pride Month, Yosuke. Happy Pride, Phoenix. We used the red deck for the last game. I see. But that's odd. For some reason. I have this impression that...
LGBTQ community.
Indeed. Happy Pride Month, Goro Akechi. I have this impression that you were using the blue cards. Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards. Yeah, it was Phoenix at the very beginning, wasn't it?
Whatever. In the end, 1 card of the wrong color got into the mix.
Some quotes are too crazy to add. Watch the VOD, you'll see. What, from Somnium or just in general? Cause I don't know. There's some things like the time I talked about drinking pool water as a kid. I'm not gonna go down that again, even though I just brought it up. I know what I'm getting into. Yeah. Okay.
Which means there is cheating.
Yes, a card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet, this card raises 2 serious questions. Apollo? Yes? Let's consider the first question, shall we? Hooves! The hooves! Think, in the last game, when was the card swapped? When? There are 3 broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder.
Well, yeah, thanks for the news bulletin, Mr. Wright. Of course it was
Oh? What do you mean? It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Payne, or it might not be. I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first. When do you think the cards were swapped? Oh god, oh, Jesus. I mean, it looks like I'm not gonna lose hit points for this, but... Oh, man. I'm like at the second half of... today's the 24? Wait. Wait, what's censored? In here? Or... When was the card swapped into the deck? Okay, God, I just... Okay, this is after. Oh, you can't see the second half? That's really weird. Huh, that's odd. Oh, it might be like a... It might be an auto mod thing, because it says, you know what, I'll shoot you. Maybe that second part got auto modded. Yeah, probably a filter for, yeah. Yeah. Sounds bad out of context, I know. But it was towards an enemy in game. The Sword of Shadow would be caught, yeah. Alright. Okay. I honestly have no idea I mean, probably before. If it was Olga doing it, it would have been before, right? I'm gonna go with this. Well, it must have happened before the murder. You mean during the game?
I wonder.
Why?
Think. You're playing poker. Which side of the cards face your opponent?
Oh, because you'd be able to tell that it was from a different deck. Not something the poker head of courtroom number 3 would be likely to miss. Huh. After?
What's that? Ridiculous!
Something like shoot your shot? Yeah, that means something totally different.
What's the point of cheating after the hands have already been shown? That's silly.
Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during a game? I'll take silly over impossible.
Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly in this world. But
Yes, there is a lot of silly in this world, indeed. Oh, and the very little impossible? Yeah. Even when the backs of the cards are a different color. If you pulled that during the game, you'd be caught in no time.
Quite true. That would mean the blue card in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder. Okay, this is going past silly and straight onto crazy.
This is Ace Attorney, Pain. How many times do I have to say it? This is Ace Attorney. Nothing is straight here.
I ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that?
Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us. Someone trying to frame you to make it look like, oh, you were cheating, murder. There's another?
Yes, a simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for a blue card?
Who?
The game and murder is done. The victim is dead. Only 2 remain in the room. Alive, that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga Orly.
I mean, I would go with... Okay. This is me, once again, jumping ahead. Like, what if Phoenix was ordered to swap them by whoever's, like, making him, like, be all secretive and whatnot? Like, bro is just like, you know, I don't know. But to make it look like... But Olga was very, I don't know. She was insistent that he had 3 aces. Did she switch? I don't know. I'm gonna go with her just to see. I don't know. She's trying to cover up evidence of the cheating. That does make some sense, but okay.
Sorry, but there's a problem with that explanation.
Somehow this is... Yeah, somehow everything is that person's fault.
Huh? The swap card was from the wrong deck.
Yes, a blue card was stuck into a red hand.
Mixing a card from the wrong deck when the backs are different colors. Remember that you're talking about Olga Orly. She was the dealer. Do you really think she would make such a novice mistake?
Actually, I have trouble even imagining the judge making that mistake.
Give it a little more thought, Apollo.
Would it have been Phoenix? It was you?
And why would I do such a thing?
Would it be the third party who was watching through the window and then squeezed through the window? Maybe you were trying to hide the fact that you cheated? That would make sense, but the swapped card was in the victim's hand.
Oh. Sorry, I'm a nice guy, but I'm not that nice.
He would lack a motive for helping his opponent to win. One who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Wright, of course. Well, it doesn't seem like it could have been Olga Orly either. What are you suggesting?
That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As the defense, I think it only makes sense for you to name Miss Orly at this point.
Yes, I know, but she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make the mistake of swapping the wrong color card. And if the card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious. Buddy, why do you look like you're doing a witness breakdown? Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright? Before I continue, I do need to run to the bathroom, actually. I'll be back in just a moment. And we'll see what Phoenix is laughing about. I'll be back in just a moment. I really need to go. I've been waiting. I'll be back in a moment. I'm sorry. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry about that, I just really had to go, I'm sorry. Anyways, Phoenix is laughing, and I don't know why.
Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking how much fun all this is.
This is not you, buddy. Phoenix, this isn't you. This isn't you, buddy. What's going on?
Fun? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the cards wasn't the defendant and it wasn't Miss Orly, then who was it?
Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it? Precisely. Huh? I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction. Not a turnabout, a new direction. We'll find that indeed after the murder. Someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand, and that someone made two critical mistakes. I'm sure you're going to tell us the first was swapping the wrong colored card, because the one who did the swap didn't know two colors of cards are being used. The other mistake was the number on the card. Right. The person replaced the fifth ace with a king. I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a fifth ace after all. Okay, so there's a blue ace somewhere. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up a king from the table and swapped it in.
But there's one problem. According to our case record, this person doesn't exist.
True, not until now. We have to admit the possibility of a fourth person. Though it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime.
What? I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials ridiculous, Mr.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. This trial is proceeded on one central assumption. Namely, that at the time of the incident, there were only 3 people in that room. I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption. The problem is that you chose to conceal this information from the court.
I suppose that is a problem, yes.
Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you at my chambers during this recess.
Certainly, Your Honor.
Very well. The trial will resume in 20 minutes.
That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. To suddenly claim there was another person at the scene of the crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth?
Oh no, I think you would know the answer to that.
being mysterious, are we? Sadly, I have no time for mysteries. I'd only ask that you leave the defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome. I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Kristoff. Justice.
Yes, sir?
The judge has summoned me to his chambers, so carry on without me.
Alright, Phoenix, you gonna tell me about your relationship with him now?
You did well, Apollo.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
That locket you wear, is that really yours, Mr. Wright?
Huh. You're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket. Here, you can take a look at it. That's a picture of my daughter in there.
Oh, she's so tiny. Oh, his hair is so precise. He must hate windy weather. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just surprised to hear you had a daughter. Most people are. Perhaps I'll meet her one of these days.
One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you?
What do you think?
Huh?
You know what happened 7 years ago, but it's not unreasonable for you to think I might cheat.
I never, honest, but
It is odd that he managed to go undefeated for 7 whole years. Want to know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker.
Huh?
You see, poker is all about reading your opponent. In that way, it's a lot like a court case.
Poker is like trial law?
Figure out what your opponent is thinking and you win.
Oh, well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds.
I think not. Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true thoughts in the end. Their body language can become a valuable source of information.
Oh? Is this a new mechanic? You're kidding!
That witness, for instance, Miss Orley. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice?
No. Come on, who noticed that? Apollo, come on.
Words, habits, twitches, it's all information for the reading.
Edward said you're not a cheater. Yeah, he's loyal to his man.
That's the secret to winning, Apollo. Someone taught me. Now I pass the secret on to you.
Mia! Mia! Mia, come back! But I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. And you're Righto and Worthy. Those are names I haven't heard in a long time. Oh god. Man. Worthy. Like Mr. Edgeworth.
I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these signals. No, you can do it.
Huh?
You just don't know it yet.
What's he talking about?
But you will, soon.
Bro, why are you being so cryptic and mysterious?
Oh, I almost forgot one more thing about this case. You should know, I haven't told the truth to anyone yet.
What? I knew it.
I have my reasons, of course. All shall be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there defending me.
I need your power. My power? My predictive power that I unwittingly give to people? I had no idea my cards of steel were that special. Yes, I need you to yell until the prosecution breaks.
It's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best.
To be continued. This is so fun. I love this game already. This is a fun game. The trial resumes. Oh, let's continue, yeah. You're determined by dodgeball matches going forward, yeah. Court will now reconvene. Yeah, Leon, they had a whole BN intro for real, yeah. Has our witness, Miss Olga Orley, recovered?
Yes, Your Honor. She has regained consciousness.
Yes, the next big sports game, indeed.
Perhaps we can hear her version of the events again.
That's the thing. You see, she's quite fatigued.
You're looking a bit fatigued yourself, Mr. Payne.
Sadly, fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusing to testify or prosecute.
Okay, buddy.
The defense would like to request that Miss Orley take the stand.
Very well. The witness will take the stand.
Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession. Or perhaps you'd rather admit that you're a poor liar and a poor loser. Not.
Oh?
Name's Olga Orley. That's the truth. I'm a pro dealer. People call me Olga Quick Fingers Orley.
Really? Oh, really, Orly?
Want to know something else? I'm not really Russian, and my last name sounds like oh really? There, that's the truth. I hope you're satisfied.
Okay, Slayer. Witness, you will tell the court what you were really up to that night.
Fine, I'll talk. We had a plan, see?
Let me remind you that you are currently under oath. Yeah, my immersion is broken. Ha ha! She pointed out the pun in her name. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences.
Fine. Like I said, I'm a pro. That guy, Smith, hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at the Borscht Bowl Club several days prior to the night of the game, as a waitress.
So you were in cahoots with the victim?
Not that he needed my help. Smith is a well-known poker player in some circles. But winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It was about destroying a legend, the unbeatable Phoenix Wright. The plan was simple, elegant really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games.
Oh. 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 Okay. Okay. Okay, you know what this looks like? Hold on. Okay, this is very Ace Attorney. Very, yeah, happy Pride Month.
Hello, LGBTQ community.
Hello indeed. Why is he smiling like that? Wait, hold on. Where did I save it? Hold on. I'm so sorry. No, it's going on too long. I was gonna post a meme and I waited too long. Or share, you know, whatever. A comparison, hold on. Well, anyways. The bit went on too long. I was trying to pull up a picture for comparison, but anyways. This is what it looks like to me. I'm sorry. Spot the difference. Spot the difference! Yeah. Anyway,
When their heads were revealed, Smith would call them out and search Wright.
Walter. Oh, Echo, hi! Walter. Phoenix. Phoenix, put your cards away, Phoenix. Anyway, I'm allowed to talk about previous Ace Attorney characters, I guess, as long as it doesn't get into spoiler territory for any of the previous games. Sure, yeah, as long as it's not like spoilers. Still no work. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. The fan art community loves this scene, I bet. Oh, yeah. Anyways. Again, why is he smiling? I barely know anything. I just want to see Maya. Oh yeah, Maya. I miss her too. I want to know what she's up to.
When their hands were revealed, Smith would call them out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card, and the trap would snap shut, so they would beat him by cheating as well.
So that's not an actual victory. You swapped the cards! Exposed as a cheater and losing on top of it, it would have made a great double play. Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces. Indeed. Getting caught red-handed at cheating would cast doubt on all his prior wins. A 7-year legend destroyed by one little card. That was the plan. Oh, really, Orly? God damn it. I hate this game. I hate this game.
Oh, really, Orly? How droll. But it appears you made quite the mistake.
A mistake?
I agree, the trap was elegant. Yet what happened to that planted card?
Hey, that's right. He's lucky, I'll give him that. You'd have to be to slip free from a trap laid by Olga Quick Fingers Orly. Oh, really? Judge. God damn it. I hate this game. The witness would be much cuter if... Hey, ayo! The witness would be much cuter if she dispensed with the evil... Judge. What the fuck? Cute? Who wants to be cute? I'm not cute. I'm bad. You hear me? Bad! God. When you're through being bad, perhaps you could testify to the court. What is happening? What is happening? Kristoff reminds me of a catchy horse. He's like, it's that smugness, you know? It's that smugness that I can tell he's just like seething behind it all. Tell us about this trap and how it was sprung. I'm gonna close out the Walter White picture before I get jump scared by it. Anyways, the best laid traps. That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost the last hand, just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. It wasn't me who hit Smith. It was that no-good cheating defendant. You didn't have proof of him cheating, though. A surprisingly frank testimony that still leaves us mostly in the dark. The trap was perfect, I tell you, perfect! If that rotten cheater hadn't messed it up. Look who's talking! Well, the testimony, for what it's worth, is all yours, Mr. Justice. With witnesses like her, who needs criminals? And with defendants like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors? Okay, you planted it. How? This planted card. Which card was it exactly? The trump card. The 5 of hearts. Let me guess. Mr. Wright was to switch the 5 with the ace to make a full house. At least that's what you were going to accuse him of doing, thereby ruining his legend. I slid it into Wright's pocket. When was this? Why, before the match, of course. While he was eating. At the Borscht Bowl Club, we served borscht and suckers. Remind me never to go there. Of course, the card was to make its grand debut during the game. Like a good borscht, a good plot must be cooked up early and allowed to thicken. With witnesses like her, who needs criminals? Yes, I have great news about most cases in this world, indeed. He lost the hand like he was supposed to. So, everything went according to plan. Exactly! The 5th ace came up, so it's obvious the switch went off without a hitch. Once the extra card is found in his pocket, Wright will be forever known as a cheat and a fraud. There are worse things to be known as, I suppose. Tell us what happened with the search. It was gone. The planted card was gone. The card disappeared? Yeah, my trump card, the 5 of hearts. Gone, without a trace. Poof, zippo. Chelsea, yes, we are Apollo justicing, and with their yaoi's happening. How are you doing? How's it going? We searched every nook and cranny. Every nook and cranny. Okay, this is gayer than I thought. All right, happy Pride Month. Even inside his cute little hat. Oh, so you felt the spikes? Is he still gel in his hair and everything? But the card was nowhere to be found, is this correct? Never in my long, storied career, never has Quick Fingers Orly been so readily duped! Oh really? Judge, stop. Stop. So, what did happen to that Five of Hearts? Don't look at me. Why don't you ask that cheating, lying, two-faced defendant? I can't look. Yes, you still have to finish TGA. Oh my god. How far are you in the Great Ace Attorney? I hope you're enjoying it. So, the Five of Hearts is still missing in action.
Hold it!
Wait, isn't that a little odd? What's odd? You searched Mr. Right up thoroughly and found nothing? Which means he didn't cheat, which means he had no reason to strike the victim. You're on the first case of the second game? That's so exciting! The second game truly just, the ball starts rolling and it just keeps going faster and faster and faster the whole time through. I'm so excited for you. But I hope you have fun. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, he didn't cheat. You're pretending that he's cheating. Girly, you are like making up your own story in mind and tricking yourself into thinking it's real. Unless she like truly believes I don't know. I can't wait. I'm so excited for you. Well, hello? Why did I do that? That was the neck touch. Psyche locks. Well, he doesn't have a Magatama, so I sensed something. Something wrong, Mr. Justice? No, nothing, Your Honor. What to do? Should I press her a little harder? Yeah, obviously. Miss Orley, you're hiding something. What are you talking about? You? Me? Quick fingers, Orley? Hides.
The defense will refrain from baseless accusations.
I have one question for the witness, then. You say you saw the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? Of course it's true. I did see it, honest. I saw it when Wright hit him. There it is again. With my own eyes, I saw it. What's this weird vibe I'm getting? The witness, for instance, Miss Orley. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? Touching her neck, was it? I mean, she's touching her hair there, but like, you know what I mean. Okay. Oh. Whoa, what's going on? Oh my god, is this Apollo vision kicking in? This sensation. It's coming into focus. It's his prophetic vision. That twitch, it's so clear. It's like I could perceive or have it like I couldn't before. Very tall neck, indeed. He's vibe checking. Perceive.
Gotcha!
Oh. Jesus, Apollo. This man needs to chill. We are perceiving. Miss Orley, perhaps you are unaware of this yourself. Unaware of what? Whenever you get to a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand. My neck? So what? But indeed, Justice, I hadn't noticed anything of the sort. When she says that part of her testimony, she's subconsciously recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory and she touches her neck. I'm sure of it.
A memory? Would someone care to explain what he's babbling about?
This is highly unusual, but let's ask the defense. You claim the witness is remembering something. Maybe you have evidence of this memory to show us? The neck? Maybe related to the locket, mayhaps? A witness remembering? I know, nonsense in my Ace Attorney! What would remind her most of the moment of a crime? Or would it be the picture? What would remind her most? Miss Orley, whenever you recall the crime that night, you scratch your neck. I noticed it happens when you think about the moment of a crime. There must be some reason behind this habit of yours. I believe the weapon that left an inerasable impression. The weapon. hold on. There's nothing new on this, right? No. We looked at this completely. I'm thinking the locket. I'm gonna go with this. Or is that not it? Sorry to disappoint, but I don't have any particular memories of that. Okay, well, alright.
Of course not.
I mean, that's the only thing we have where that shows the locket.
You want a habit, Mr. Justice? I'll show you a habit.
Alright. I better get this sorted out before I develop a habit of my own, like this. And she talks about the moment of the crime. The picture? When the moment of the crime.
Take that!
Okay. Yeah. Shakira had the wrong body part. Yeah. I don't know. It would be like the camera hanging around her neck or the locket itself? Okay, this is involving a weapon. The weapon that left an inerasable impression. Would it just be the wine bottle? It says weapon.
Take that!
Okay, alright. Oh, brother. Once again, overthinking. Whenever she talks about the moment of the crime, she touches her neck. What reminds us more of that moment than what reminds us more of that moment than this bottle, the murder weapon. But something doesn't fit. If you were only the witness to the crime, why would that make you touch your neck like you're in pain?
What is he talking about now?
It was Mr. Smith, the victim, who was hit. Not you.
This is a cross-examination, not a cross-wild conjecture. The witness's habits are completely irrelevant.
Justice, I'll admit I'm a bit confused myself. This is certainly a unique cross-examination. I'll explain later. Just trust me. Now's our only chance to break her. It's not wine, it really is grape juice. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It is grape juice, yeah. Please testify in detail about the moment of the crime, the very moment.
Yet, I am knowing in nothing.
We know you're not Russian. The witness will testify, please, now. Bah, fine. All right. Well, let's see what happens if I press this last little bit. You seem uneasy. You try standing up here. Her eyes are darting all over the place. It must be getting warm. Tell me, after the crime, what was the defendant like? Well, he must have been stunned by the weight of his crime. He sat in a daze at that table until the cops came. Intriguing. I believe you've gotten all the testimony you're going to get out of this witness. So what do you think about her testimony? I'll tell you what I think her testimony is. Flawed, obviously. If it's not fine, that's me. I'm fine. It's basically bogus. It contradicts the evidence.
What's that?
Well, show us this evidence, Mr. Justice. Oh God, She didn't let him out of her sight until the cops got there. Who took these pictures? Olga's photo. Hat removed during investigation. Okay, she took this picture that, used by the defendant. Well, she didn't see him make this phone call, I'm guessing. Miss Orley, we have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It states that the police were alerted by a report from the defendant. And we know the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs, and made the phone call from the first floor of the Borscht Bowl Club. So, explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely. Oh, skills are gone. The man who picked up a bottle and swung it that night wasn't the defendant. It was probably Smith. Did she kill in self-defense? Oh. Was he trying to attack her for... Did he think she messed up the plan somehow? Showdown time. You dirty cheat. Check his pockets. Mm-hmm. It's gone! The card's gone! You lose. Oh. Oh no. Just then, Smith grabbed the bottle from next to right, and he hit me! You... Some master of cheating you turned out to be! Oh... Oh... So was self-defense. When I came to, the victim was already dead, is that it? That's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If it came out that I was in league with Smith, I'd be a suspect for sure. Well, where does this leave us?
Madness! This is madness! I'm dreaming. It must have been me who was hit with a bottle and I'm imagining all of this.
It appears our prosecution is at his wit's end, and frankly, I can't blame him. Mr. Gavin, what do you think about this turn of events? Mr. Gavin, sir?
I believe that as the defense in this case, we are compelled to call Miss Orley a big fat liar.
What?
3 were in the room the night of the murder, the defendant, victim, and her. And she has a motive.
Motive?
Her plot foiled, the witness got into an argument with her client, Mr. Smith. And the denouement of that argument was murder.
What? I didn't... I'm no killer. It's a trap. Someone's trying to frame me. Buddy, what tangled webs we weave when we practice to deceive. So tangled, we catch ourselves in the process. Okay, buddy, Mr. Poet. Such a hasty conclusion. Yeah, if we're claiming there was another person who's, like, somehow swapped cards with, I don't know. It's not like you, Christoph Gavin. Oh! Ooh!
What are you saying?
Why not consider the other possibility? That there was another person in the room at the time of the murder. Right, like Mr. Wright was saying before the recess. A single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder. And the one who swapped the card didn't know 2 colors of cards were being used. A 4th person.
This theory again. Your 4th person doesn't exist.
Was it a catchy? Mayhaps. Indeed. That's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here, where there's no escape and no chance for deception. The perfect place to catch the real criminal. The real criminal? And we're in luck. A clue to the real criminal's identity was kindly provided for us. And right at the beginning of the trial, no less. What? Apollo, perhaps you know what I'm talking about. Sorry. Remember what I said? The 4th person who swapped the cards made one critical error. He or she wasn't considering the color on the backs of the cards. Right. But how could such an obvious mistake occur? The cards used for the last game were red. Yet, there's one person here in our court who thought those cards were blue. I had that impression too, but why? Why do I always get put on the spot like this? Wasn't it Christoph that said that? Like, I was under the impression they were using blue cards or something?
Take that!
As I expected. Your eyes and ears are as sharp as your hair. I was right? Christoph Gavin, you were the 4th person that night. But of course Mr. Gavin knows the color of the cards. How would he? As you can see, the photo of the crime scene is black and white. You can't tell which of the cards are blue. The one on the floor, the one on the table. Indeed, he did say blue. Oh! But look! You can see the colors in this photo. Yes, but when he said the cards were blue, It was well before this evidence came to light. Oh, bro told on himself. It was only that, a game in the purest sense, a competition. A test of wits, a silent clash of passions. A blue flame. Ooh! Bro was trying to be poetic and smug. Oh, Phoenix! Get him! Get him, Phoenix! Mr. Gavin? Mr. Gavin? Is something the matter?
No, nothing. Excuse me. It was just so sudden. Right? You aren't seriously accusing me, are you? Oh, Kristoff. You know, even I'd never take a joke this far.
Wow. This has gone beyond ridiculous, beyond dumb. This is insanity. The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder?
I assure you, I'm quite sane.
What possible connection could Mr. Gavin have to the victim?
I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith either.
Yes, but Mr. Gavin and the victim have never even met.
Well, what if they have?
Yeah, you don't know that, buddy.
There is a possibility, after all. They may have met that night before the game started.
Oh, what are you suggesting? Is this the truth Mr. Wright was staying silent about? Well, only one thing. Yeah, Kristoff was keeping him silent, mayhap. Mr. Wright, the defense would like to request that you testify.
The defense would like to request no such thing.
Mr. Gavin?
Testimonies must relate to the case. How could anything happening before the game of poker
Buddy, setup. Olga, setup. She talked about the setup before the game started. Dude, you're dumb. We're cornering you, buddy. I am not sure I follow, Mr. Gavin.
As I explained before, the defense believes that Miss Orl—
No, Apollo's here. Am I to assume you speak for Mr. Justice in this? He is the defense, not you. A man who does not know how to work. Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is only up to you. Oh, okay. Does the court, in your opinion, need to hear Mr. Wright's testimony? Yeah. Let him speak. Let the man speak. This was Mr. Wright's strategy. He was planning this all along, and I intend to see it through. The defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court.
A2, Justice. You would betray me, your teacher—
I mean, it's not the first time somebody's had a bad mentor in this game. I'm sorry, Mr. Gavin, this isn't about loyalty. This is— yeah. He's already there, pursuing the truth. He's already there. It took, Edgeworth a long time to get there. Ryunosuke, somewhat of a time to get there, since Ryunosuke was kind of— I don't want to say too much, but—
Your Honor, the victim died of blood loss. The gun I fired does not steal blood. And I did that a few minutes prior.
Literally, that's like— what's going on here? Very well. The defendant, Mr. Wright, will take the stand, please.
That evening, Kristoff and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shotty Smith walked in 5 minutes after Kristoff left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. The girl was knocked out cold and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin.
Oh? Mr. Gavin? You were at the Borscht Boat Club the night of the murder.
I dine with him rather frequently.
I have seen some people, like— I'll hold my comments until the end of this case.
And you talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder?
Quite against my will, I had become involved in a murder. I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him. You were planning this all along, weren't you, Wright? Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial. The only thing I want is the truth.
As I did back then, and now back then, with Mr. Miles. You pursued the truth together.
I thought my office was doing you a favor when we took on your defense. It appears that I was wrong.
Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Justice. Sir? He's lying, and you're going to expose him. Understood, sir. Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Wright. This can't end well. Why can't I have a normal trial? This is your first one, buddy. Oh, man.
Hold it!
You had dinner with Mr. Gavin? Yes, he dines with me at the Borscht Bowl Club quite frequently. You're enjoying usual dinner at our usual spot, as usual. Sounds like a date. Usual? I always eat at the table closest to the piano. I see. Where Mr. Smith was sitting?
So the plates and such on the table were from your dinner?
Indeed. The remnants of my meal with Kristoff. We dined for 2 hours. Damn, 2 hours. And then he walked in after Kristoff.
Hold it!
5 minutes. So the two of them could have passed in the restaurant during that time? That would have been a fateful encounter, to be sure.
Oh, Mr. Wright, what was it you said? Kristoff, Gavin, and Shoddy Smith may have met?
I believe I did say that.
Here I was all nervous about this meeting, and now we hear they just passed in the hall.
That does seem a little weak as a pretense for murder. Oh, it would be, if that were really all that happened. Come on, Mr. Wright! What are you hiding this time?
Hold it!
About this failed trap. This is the same trap that Miss Olga Orley mentioned. The plan was simple, elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card, and the trap would snap shut. Why did it almost look like he was blushing there? Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces. Yes, a harmless prank, in essence. It was by a quirk of fate that I happened to discover it. A quirk? I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card. The card she planted. Yes, I snuck a peek and found it was in the 5 of hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card before the game. Disposed? Where? There was an empty bottle of grape juice I'd been drinking, but was it a blue 5 of hearts? And that's why Kristoff thought it was blue. Threw the card inside the bottle. Inside the bottle? Not the murder weapon, right? No. It is it. Oh. Yes, I rolled it up and shoved it in. The colored glass makes it hard to see. A battle of wits between the deceiver and the would-be deceived. That sounds like a terrific drama. A card inside the murder weapon? That's strange. Did the police miss it in their investigation? Because when I looked at it before, they said it was empty. Yeah. Empty. Yeah, there's no new things to investigate on here. Did it come out somehow? Mr. Wright, the poker head of courtroom number 3 approves of this battle of wits. Please revise your testimony with new information. Okay. Discovered and disposed of the card in the bottle.
Hold it!
Why in the bottle? I perceived my opponent's intent immediately. I'm used to entrapment, you see. I knew it was coming. Oh, so you struck first. I like that. I know every trick in the book. They don't work on me. At least when you get lucky and stick your hand in your pocket, they don't. Let's see what other things they have to say when we press these. Knocked out.
Hold it!
You made the call to the police from the first floor of the restaurant, correct? Exactly. Cell phones don't get a signal down in the hideout. Was anyone else on the first floor at that time? Not a soul. It was the middle of the night after all. So there, in the darkened restaurant, I called the cops. After making the call, I returned to the hideout. It didn't seem right to leave the injured waitress alone. When we returned, he was dead.
Hold it!
And when you returned, the victim was already... dead, yes. I'll admit, I was a little startled when I walked in. A little? He was bleeding from his forehead, after all. I guess I'd be startled too if I walked in on a scene like that. That's when you made another phone call to Mr. Gavin. Could you explain why you called Mr. Gavin? I'd obviously gotten involved in a rather sticky affair, and I figured Kristoff's law offices would give me a friend rate for my defense fees.
Ah, glad to hear you intend to pay.
Oh, I'll pay in full, Kristoff. It was I who got you involved, after all.
You may find the price of your defense quite high, my good friend. Quite high.
Is this the truth Mr. Wright was talking about?
Justice, you know what you have to do. He's lying. Expose him.
Okay, disposed of it in the bottle, he says. The bottle we have is empty, so what if that's it? Yeah, we have an empty bottle.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, if I may?
Yes?
I've examined the bottle and I don't see any card in here. Is it a different bottle here? Kristoff has the card, doesn't he? He took it out. No? What, Mr. Wright? Surely ... isn't all you have to say for yourself? I can't say that I know what happened to that card. I did put it in that bottle, however. Huh?
Perhaps a fifth person came and took it out. Oh, and a sixth person could have helped.
Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright is your client.
My apologies, Your Honor.
I won't have you disparaging our investigation either. We looked inside that bottle. There was nothing.
Kristoff took it out somehow. Is Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again? Or did the card just disappear? In any case, please continue the cross-examination. I'm afraid decisive contradictions call for decisive evidence.
Oh. Push him harder, Justice. Break him. It's just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO.
Ugh, why do I get the feeling we're not on our client's side anymore? Okay. The girl's knocked out. He's dead. So...
Hold it!
I wanna go through this again. Alright.
Hold it!
Alright, I see there's no bottle on the table here. I mean, there's some here. But they look corked. So... Huh. During the game... The card in the bottle. During the game, he says. Huh. Would it be the... Dispose of it in the bottle. I mean, we can't see into the bottle here. Is this like a screw top bottle, I guess? Because, yeah. Oh, yeah. Huh. Okay. Came in after he left. Okay. Huh. 5 minutes after they left, he said. I'm gonna go with...
Objection!
Okay, no. Yeah. I mean, there are like full bottles there. I don't see a bottle in there, but that's a during the game. During the game, he says.
Hold it!
Huh. Okay. You turned... Yeah. And you called him. Is it a... There's no, like, other calls, like, I don't know. We don't have any... Huh. Okay, I mean, we can't see into these ones. We can't see into this bottle here.
Objection!
Yeah, I didn't think that would be it. Okay, I'm a little stumped.
Hold it!
Okay, I'm gonna go through these again. Okay. Our usual spot, usual, yeah. Close to the piano, yep. Okay. Then he walked in right after. During the game. I mean, we did this already.
Objection!
Wait, is it literally? Okay, this is the same thing. This is the same thing. Okay. Alright, so that was nothing new. Okay. Huh.
Hold it!
There's no other new information. Yeah, these are the same. Yep. Knocked out. Yeah. Came up. Middle of the night. Called. Yeah. Return. Would it be the... Would it be, like, calling it, making another call?
Hold it!
Like, can... If he was in the basement where they didn't get reception, I mean, it doesn't say that in the court record. I'm a little stumped. Okay. Trap, yeah. Knocked out. We left. We returned.
Objection!
Yeah, I didn't think that would be it. Oh god, I'm like... Alright, I'm a little stumped. Hold on. Okay, I guess croissant. Is this the statement that I have to present something with? Croissant. That is a croissant question, just so I know if I'm on the right track. Dispensed of the card. The card disappeared somehow. And it was the 5 of hearts. I don't know. Am I on the right track? I just want to know if I'm on the right track or not. It's the badge. Is the 5 of hearts somewhere in here? I don't know. I'm stumped. Where did the card go? Where did the 5 of hearts go? Who has it? You don't know? Oh, brother. Okay. Okay. Shit.
Objection!
Okay. Oh god, I'm like... brother. Okay. Returned, he was dead. Yeah. Cut. Girl was knocked out. You left. That's when you left. Yeah, oh brother counter +1. Oh my god, I'm stumped. Yeah, I really am stumped. Oh god. Okay. I mean, there's other wine, no, grape juice bottles there. I presented that there. That didn't do anything. The card disappeared somehow. Where is the card? It's supposed to be in the bottle. Oh my god, I'm stumped.
Hold it!
Return, yeah, okay.
Hold it!
Then he was dead, yeah. He was already dead, yeah. Startled, yeah, bleeding. We see that there. I see it now. I see it now. I think I see it now. He had a hat on at the time. He wouldn't have seen the blood on the forehead.
Objection!
He had the hat on. Oh! Mr. Wright, if I may? Yes. So is the card bottle thing just like a red herring, I guess? Take a look at this. Look at this photograph. See the victim here? He's wearing a hat. I wouldn't think you could see blood on his forehead. Good point. Unfazed. Justice. Next time you point out an inconsistency, put a little more oomph into it. Mr. Wright, can you explain this to the court? I forgot to mention something. I was the one who put the hat on his head. Huh? You put the hat on the dead man's head. He wore it through an entire poker game. After calling the police, when I returned to the scene, his head was in full view. Shining bright, just like in this photograph. Phoenix, you know better than to tamper with crime scenes. What the fuck? Phoenix! What is wrong with you? Picked his hat up off the floor and put it on his head. Dude, but you know how crime scenes work. Why would you do this?
Why'd you do a thing like that?
All I can say is, I'm sorry. That's the only thing I touched at the crime scene.
So Miss Orley didn't see it?
It being the victim's his head. I'd think not. She was out cold. I believe I was the only one who witnessed his head. Tampering a crime scene, I go jail. Here we go again. Mr. Gavin?
Pardon. It just seems that our client is determined to lie his way through this case.
Hey, he's still our client, isn't he? You want him gone, don't you? What went on between them? What is going on there?
I believe that's enough of that.
Mr. Gavin?
The witness's testimony is more like a travesty. It's riddled with lies. I'm beginning to see how you came to lose your attorney's badge 7 years ago.
I did know he got disbarred. That was one thing I did see on Twitter.
Oopie. Well, you certainly have a unique way of treating your clients, Kristoff. I never knew. I believe it was you who threw the first stone.
What is going on between them? Why are they bickering? What happened? Mr. Wright, if you intend to ever tell the truth about this case, it's now or never. Don't be misled. I haven't told a single lie here.
Huh?
When I noticed the trap, I put the card in the bottle to dispose of it. When I put the hat on the victim's head, let's just say I had a reason for doing that as well. Reason? The reason is right here. your cell phone. That night, recall that I spoke with the defense attorney Gavin after calling the police. Just in case, I recorded a What's this? Now that we're all here, I see no reason why I shouldn't play a bill. Oh! Get him, Phoenix! Get him, Phoenix! Were you like... Oh. Kristoff, I seem to be in a bit of trouble. What's this? Game not going well? Something like that. That gentleman who challenged you, he turned out to be good? He turned out to be dead. Someone hit him. Hard. You mean someone cracked that flawless bone china... How do you know it was a head crack? It wasn't you, was it? I mean, it did say someone hit him. I guess that is that. May it please. The cop should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that. Okay. So he knew a kind of porcelain, very smooth and shiny. And not plate, but pate. But I believe he was referring to a certain gentleman's balding forehead. He knew the type of injury. He didn't say specifically where he was hit. The court appreciates the defendant's discretion in not indicating my forehead. Wait a second. Something's not right about that phone call. So after Mr. Gavin ate dinner with you, he left the Borscht Bowl Club? Most certainly. Then how did he know? When did he see this bone china pate? Oh, oopie, got him. That was when I began to see my good friend in a different light. Oh! Oopie! Ah! Troubled, I returned to the crime scene. And when I spotted Mr. Smith's head again, I realized exactly what was wrong. Well, Mr. Gavin, the stage has been set. Perhaps you would like to explain this to the court? Exactly how did you come by your privileged knowledge of the victim's head? Oh yeah, you knew that he was bald, too. Yeah, there's that. How did you know him? So, this is your reason. The reason why you put the victim's hat back on. Your point, Mr. Gavin? It's come down to this, has it? Phoenix Wright. Aha! This is already so juicy! Man, I will have order! Mr. Payne!
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe this court has been left with no other choice. Are you prepared to hear defense attorney Gavin's testimony?
Well, as the prosecutor, I...
Very well. We break for 10 minutes, after which Mr. Gavin will take the stand for a cross-examination. Are we all clear on that?
Crystal clear, Your Honor.
Oh, goddamn! This will be the final recess for the day. Good lord, this is only the first case. Holy shit. These first cases do get better and better as the series goes on. Mr. Gavin and Mr. Wright are both in the judge's chamber. Would have thought today would turn out like this. May I?
Hello! Hello, sweet girl.
Huh? What?
Hello, sir. Please, pick a card.
What's all this about? Is this one... Red back? Is it a 5 of hearts?
Excellent. I have a message for you. The last hand is about to be played. You'll need a trump card to make it.
A trump card?
The card you have chosen is magical. Use it wisely, and the game is yours. That's all.
The extra ace. The missing ace. With blood. Girl, why do you have that? Phoenix, did you give your daughter a card covered in blood? What the fuck? What the fuck, Phoenix? Why would you give that to her? Oh, God.
The extra ace.
The red ace. You've seen it. There was cheating. The missing 5th ace. Splash of red. It's blood.
You have your trump card. Now it's up to you to cut the deck and draw the truth. My father's fate is in your hands. I know you can do it. Bye-bye.
This bloodstained card is my trump card for finding the truth? Yeah. Yeah, imagine defending some dude and his daughter just comes up and is like, hi, here is your decisive evidence. And just walks away like... Oh, Ace Attorney, why? Why are you like this? I fell deep into thought as my mind raced to understand what this all meant. That girl. I'd seen her recently, but where? In the locket, you dum-dum! And she said, my father, dude. Yeah. Aww.
She was so baby there. She's just a baby.
Alright, anything? Oh, it's just me. Alright, Apollo's doing this all alone now. Yep. He's got no one to back him up now. Alright. We've got a single drop of blood marks the front of the card. And the back is red. Court will now reconvene. Defense attorney Christoph Gavin, will you please take the stand? He is pissed. Now then, if you would, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor. Will the witness state his name and occupation?
Oh, okay. Once again, witness being uncooperative.
Is this farce necessary, Your Honor?
Believe me, far stranger things have gone on in this courtroom.
Fine. I'll play along.
First, there's one thing we need to have made clear. How did you know about the secret beneath the victim's hat? By secret, I'm guessing he means the fact that Mr. Smith was bald.
Forgive my curiosity, but what is it about this fellow's head? Your Honor seems to have an inordinate interest.
Objection!
Apollo, Jesus! Oh, wait, wait, that's Phoenix!
Ah! We did a little switch around! Let's go!
Okay! And we got the old music too. Oh my god, when Phoenix is back, we got the music from the old games. Let's go! Okay!
I wouldn't call it inordinate, Mr. Gavin. Mr. Wright! What do you think you're doing, Wright?
Well, things sure look different from the other side. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, Apollo? Speaking of looking from the other side, let's consider something for a second. The victim wore that hat all night, never once taking it off except for that one time. That one time being the instant he was hit. Oh! When Mr. Wright returned from reporting the crime, the hat was lying on the floor. Mr. Wright picked it up and placed it on the victim's head. In other words, in order to have seen Mr. Smith's bald head, he would have had to have been there in the hideout at the time of the crime.
In other words, I must be the real killer, is what you're trying to—
Oh, new sprite, oh. Yes. This is Phoenix getting out of a toxic relationship, it seems. Not bad, Apollo. Mr. Gavin? I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with the court.
What?
Oh, I assure you, I had the noblest of intentions. I did it all to protect my client, Mr. Wright. Sir? Yet, I'm afraid in the current situation I see little reason to hide anything. Very well, allow me to tell you the truth of what happened that night. Finally, you may begin your testimony. Tell us, how were you involved in the events of that fateful night? That fateful night.
A rage I sensed in that man that night troubled me, so I returned to the club. I went down to the basement and peeked in through the little window to the hideout. It must have been right after the murder took place. The victim was dead as he appears in the photo. A bald head, an unconscious girl, and Wright holding a bottle in his hand. I sensed that was not the best place for me to be at the time, and so I left. That's when the call came from Wright.
So, you witnessed the murder?
For better or worse, I missed the actual moment of the deed. Mr. Gavin, may I remind you that you were on Mr. Wright's defense team? Your testimony is clearly disadvantageous to your client.
What else could I say? I'm standing on the witness stand, after all.
So you are, Mr. Gavin. And you had to testify as you just did. You had to tell them you saw the scene of the crime through that little window. Mr. Wright? You had to say that, because that was the only probable window of opportunity, right, Apollo? Oh. Okay. The defense should do the cross-examination, not the defendant. Mr. Justice, are you prepared?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can't believe I'm going up against Mr. Gavin. This trial is getting weirder and weirder. And this is only the first one, Jesus Christ. Bro's first day defending. The rage.
Hold it!
That man? You mean Mr. Smith?
He was different from the other customers, his aura, shall we say. I knew he was a serious poker player, but it was more than that.
So then you knew the true nature of your client's job?
Of course, but I also knew he wasn't engaged in gambling, which would be illegal. Well, it makes sense that he'd know. They were friends, after all. Worried for my friend, I returned to the club. You see, I feared this Mr. Smith might be someone coming to settle an old score. We went down to the basement and peeked in the little window.
Hold it!
The little window. You mean the one used to keep watch up the stairs?
Yes, a relic of the ancient past. The Black Marketeers used it, I believe.
Why did you go through the trouble of peeking in through that window? Wouldn't it have been easier just to open the door and go in the room?
I didn't want to upset Wright, you see.
Upset Mr. Wright?
Yes, one of my fears have been unfounded. I'd be walking in on their match. Bad form, to say the least.
So far, everything he's saying makes sense. Right after the murder took place. How do you know it was right after?
Really, no need to shout, Justice. I was just getting to that part of my testimony.
Ah, there he is.
The cruelest offense in the West we know and love. Even when you're standing up there on the witness stand, some things never change. I was afraid you'd change too, Mr. Wright. Too right, but you hadn't. You and that overbearing personality of yours.
With friends like these, who needs enemies? Oh my god, what kind of toxic yaoi is going on here?
Hold it!
As he appears in the photo. By photo, you mean the second photograph of the crime scene?
Precisely, you see, he wasn't wearing his hat then.
I saw his head, and he was dead. And then Mr. Wright came along and replaced his hat.
Can you describe the scene of the crime for us?
Hold it!
Those were the only three at the scene of the crime.
Yes, as far as I saw at least.
Then we're back to where we started. The killer was the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Who else could it have been? But why didn't you talk to the police?
2 reasons. First, I didn't actually witness the very moment of the crime. Second, my office was asked to defend Wright. Even after seeing what I had seen, I couldn't abandon my friend.
Objection!
Jesus, there must have been someone else there at the moment of the crime.
Justice, I just said I saw no one, not a soul.
But that goes against what Mr. Wright said.
Ah, yes, this mysterious 4th person, you. Who would conveniently be the real killer, I suppose.
Glad to see we agree, Mr. Gavin.
Let me pose a question then. Tell me, what possible reason did the real killer have to swap cards in the victim's hand?
Perhaps you can show us a reason why such a thing would be necessary? Remember, Apollo? The card that was swapped out was the 5th ace. Because there was blood on it. That's why it had to be swapped out. I can. It's now or never. I mean, I could go press the rest of the statements, but I could go press them more, but you know what? Let's get his ass.
Take that!
My reason is, this.
Is that an ace?
Why, it's got blood on it! Right next to the spade! Oh, he's tweaking. What?
This is insane! Why wasn't I told about this? Why?
Could this be the missing 5th ace? Surprise evidence at the last minute. Inconceivable, how could you? What are you doing with that card? Well, that's the thing. Why is Mr. Gavin so upset? It's just a fishy card from some fishy girl. Oh, that card? It's mine. That is, I picked it up at the Borscht Bowl Club that night after the murder had occurred. I gave it to my daughter. What the fuck? You gave your daughter a card with blood on it! What is wrong with you? No, impossible. Unacceptable. The court can't accept this evidence. It's a fraud. A fraud? How can you be so sure? I love that he's being so smug. Phoenix is so smug. I love it. What? I would think the only person who could claim it was a fraud would be the one who took the real card from the crime scene. The real killer. Allow me to Oh, did you plant the blood on it? What? Blood cards are so hot right now. What if this What if this trace of blood was the reason?
The reason for...
For the killer to take the card from the scene of the crime. Oh, what are you going with this? Take another look at the photo, and at the victim's head. At the moment of the crime, his hat fell to the floor, and a trickle of blood ran from his forehead down the back of his head. Couldn't a drop of that blood have fallen on one of the cards? I suppose. The killer then took the card to hide the blood. Regardless, that evidence is not permissible. Oh? Right, regardless of how you wasted the last 7 years, you used to be a lawyer. You know what a serious crime it is to conceal evidence. Oh yeah, we've been there before, yeah. We can discuss the finer points of our legal system later. Yeah, we've dealt with other evidence. Yeah, evidence law, rise from the ashes. What's important now is I've answered your question. What are you talking about? You wanted to know why the killer would have taken a car from the crime scene, and now I've told you. That one drop of blood would have been decisive evidence, you see. This is baseless conjecture. Baseless.
Objection!
Damn. There he goes! He's back! Oh, I assure you, it's quite based. I'm sure that's a meme. I assure you, it's quite based. He's back to pointing, and it's quite based. Yes, this is cringe. No, I assure you, it's quite based. I gotta get a little screeny of that. Oh, I got the, I was gonna take a screenshot and I caught him mid-blink. I caught him mid-blink again. Phoenix, don't blink on me. Thank you, Phoenix. I assure you, it's quite based. Oh my god, he is pointing at me. Oh my god, hi, Phoenix. First point in 7 years. Aw, and it's at me. How sweet. Aw. It's a meme in the Ace Attorney fandom, I think. Oh my god, I would believe it. Oh, I assure you, it's quite based. What? It's amazing, really, how a single drop of blood on a single card can lead us to the truth. It's quite simple. Well, Apollo? Yes? Try picturing the scene of the crime. In your head. If he was really in there, how would he be able to see one tiny drop of blood on a card, I guess? The murder took place in the hideout. The body of the luckless victim was found at the poker table. And before the killer swapped a card out, there was a single card with a drop of blood on it in the victim's hand. I know a lot of people like the quote, oh, it is a meme, but you know what, that sounds about right. Given this, there is one decisive problem with the scene. Well, what is it? Let's keep it simple, shall we? Given there was a drop of blood on a card, whose position in this diagram doesn't fit? The victims, the killers, the witnesses, the second witnesses? Mm-hmm. Number 2, how would he see? He probably wouldn't be able to see. Oop.
Take that!
The second witness's position is the problem. The second witness, that will be Mr. Gavin, yes?
The second witness's position is far less problematic than yours right now, Justice.
Or perhaps perilous is a better word. Ugh. Cannot see what the bloodstained card has to do with the second witness's location. Oh, shit! Oh, shit, well, I was wrong. Oh, God, I was wrong. God damn it. Okay. Whose position in this diagram doesn't fit? Doesn't fit with the bloody card, like in terms of like who would be able to see it, do you mean? The killer, I guess, because it would be on the other side of the table. One thing, the killer's in the wrong place, I think. You think? Okay, no. God damn it. Your job here is not to think, but to know. Ah, just looking at you reminds me of the old days. Not the good old days! Phoenix! God damn it. God damn it. It's like, wow, I used to be that shitty too. Man, after meeting you, I don't want to be a lawyer. Sounds like a really shit job. And you're not really good at it. And everyone hates you afterwards. I mean, not as much as if you're a voice actor in anime, but they still hate you. Oh, brother. I'm gonna reload just to be safe. Oh, shit. Fuck, shit. You know what? I don't know. I'm wrong again, aren't I? Yeah, it's... fuck. Ah, shit. Oh, brother. Alright. So it was the victim, right? Yeah.
Take that!
The victim was struck on the head, sending him back in his chair. Think any blood would fall behind the body, not onto the table. And oh, I assume the card was on the floor. Take a look at this photo again. If he bled in this position, the blood would fall on the floor, not on the cards. Why, that's right. So what does this mean? The card was on the floor. Yeah. Incidentally, we were sitting in swivel chairs. Swivel chairs? Oh, man. Well, try turning the chair around. Ah, there we go. Okay. Alright, recreate the crime scene. Aha! Aha! The chair was facing the other way! Fourth time's a charm, yeah, when you've exhausted all other options. There we go. So, we have to assume that at the time of the murder, the victim's chair was facing away from the table. When Mr. Wright returned from informing the police, which way was the chair facing? When they came back to the room, the body was facing as seen in this photo. That would mean the killer turned the chair back around. Let's take the next step. Look at the diagram once more. We know now the victim was facing away from the table at the time of the murder. But this creates another significant contradiction. Let's test your reasoning skills again, shall we? Apollo, whose location on this diagram contradicts our new understanding of the crime? The killer wouldn't be from this angle. If he was knocked facing like this way, it would be the killer, right? The victim was struck from the front, correct? Indeed. Well, wouldn't it be hard for the killer to hit him from the front? Sitting where his indicator currently is? I would think it'd be quite hard, yes.
Yes, what you're saying makes no sense. Why would the victim suddenly turn to face the wall in the middle of the game?
I believe a sufficient reason will soon come to light.
What?
There's something in this diagram that makes far less sense, actually. Look again at the diagram. Apollo, the victim was struck while sitting where he was, as shown here. Where would his assailant be standing? There's no room to put a mark where the killer should be. Don't worry. Let's think it through and see what we find. We know the victim was facing towards the wall at the time of the crime. That's the only thing we know for sure. Try to forget about everything else. Where would he have to be standing? Shit. I mean, there.
Take that!
You know, he said put everything aside. The killer had to be standing, well, okay, well that's not it. God damn it.
We get points for flair, but that's about all you get.
That was onto something there too.
The victim is
Oh, wait! Oh! Oh! Oh, classic hiding in the cupboard. Oh.
Or you claim the killer climbed the cupboard and hit him from above?
It's simple logic, really. If this was the only place the killer could have been standing, that means that, at the very moment of the crime, it wasn't there. Huh? I mean, that's the only explanation. Oh, they wouldn't be hiding in there, right? Your Honor, I have a suggestion for the defense. We should arrange to examine the cupboard in the hideout immediately. Cupboard assassins! Have them try to move the cupboard. Your Honor? What? There's one more thing your men should look for. Please give this to the bailiff. Yes, I see. You do belong in the courtroom after all, Mr. Wright. I do my best. What did that say? But let's forge ahead here while we wait. Look at the diagram once again. It's been changed. The killer was standing here at the time of the crime, and his cupboard wasn't here, which means... Try moving the cupboard. Alright. Oh. So the window was blocked. Ooh, so he couldn't have been outside watching. That means that totally wipes out Kristoff's testimony that he was watching from the window. Oopie! As you can see, the cupboard was the problem. At the time of the murder, it has to have been shown here. Now everything is in place to reconstruct the moment of the crime. Oh my, what's this? What is it now? Look at the diagram of the crime scene once more. It appears we found yet another contradiction. What I believe to be the final contradiction, in fact. Oh dang, notice something, Apollo? A line of deduction is rapidly approaching its logical conclusion. Yeah. It is you! About this cupboard. Are we all okay with assuming it was moved? It's okay, Apollo. You don't have to ask permission. Sure, why not? Well, if it was, something really doesn't fit. The cupboard would completely cover up the window to the stairs. Ah! That's right. Someone standing outside wouldn't be able to see in. Someone like Mr. Gavin! What did you say? Oh? Is the coolest defense in the West losing his cool? Don't expect me to play along with your little game, right? It's only a game until someone gets killed, Mr. Gavin. And someone was, while the window to that room was blocked by a cupboard. So, Mr. Gavin, perhaps you'd like to explain to the court exactly where did you witness the crime scene from? Excuse me, Your Honor. Order! This is a court of law, and I will have order. We just now received word from our investigative team at the Borch Bowl Club. They've examined the cupboard in the hideout, Your Honor. Oh, and what did they find? Well, Your Honor, it turns out there is a secret passage. Oh, secret passage! What? Ah, yes, I believe I mentioned something of the sort before. This is one of the tricks to the room many of our regulars know about. I do remember him saying something about that now that he mentions it. A secret passage is a handy thing to have when you're engaged in illegal goings-on. Never know when you might need to duck away from the eyes of the law. So the room has a secret passage. Where does it go? The other side connects to the restaurant above. The underworld bosses could get away from the cops and enjoy a cold bowl of borscht, no doubt. Just like our killer. You see where our line of simple deductive reasoning has led us, Apollo? I see it, but I don't believe it. That girl wasn't kidding when she said I needed this trump card for the last hand. At the time of the murder, the window was blocked, and the victim's hat was only off his head for the few minutes between Mr. Smith's murder and Mr. Wright's return from calling the cops. Notice he's been cooking Kristoff this whole trial. He really has! Bro was playing like 5D chess. Like, he set him up this whole time. Like, Jesus. In other words, the only place anyone could have seen the victim's bald head was from inside the hideout. Well, Mr. Gavin. Come on, say something. Please snap, snap, snap. He's gonna snap. Dare I ask what really happened that night? Actually, I think we can probably figure it out ourselves at this point. That night, for whatever reason, our killer had a date with Mr. Smith. A date with Destiny. Aw, happy pride to them. There he crouched, hidden in the secret passageway behind the cupboard, holding his breath, waiting for just the right moment. And the chance came, and he took it! Ah! Yoink. Eek! And if this is... if that's the bottle that... maybe that's a different bottle, you know? The one that had just Phoenix's prints on it. Probably one from... it was the one on the table. The one on the table that didn't have the 5 of hearts in it. And the one that Kristoff used was the one that did have the 5 of hearts, and he didn't leave it with him. He probably took it with him. Miss Olga Orley was out cold, struck by Mr. Smith. This time was soon to come. Mr. Wright wasn't upstairs. Mr. Wright went upstairs to call the cops, leaving Mr. Shoddy Smith alone in the hideout with the unconscious dealer. Then our killer stepped out from the secret passage and into the hideout. The victim must have heard the cupboard sliding side. He wheeled his chair around to look, and bonk! After the deed was done, the criminal must have seen the blood on the card. He would have, of course, realized the need to destroy the evidence. That single spot of blood told the whole story of the crime. Too bad for him, he didn't linger any longer in the hideout that night. If he had, he might have noticed the cards on the floor. And the fact that they were all red! Oh! Oh! Uh-oh, uh-oh. He's tweaking! Well, it seems this trial has taken yet another turn. I'm truly, truly sorry I had to see this day come, Mr. Gavin. Mr. Gavin? Mr. Payne!
Yeah! Yes, Your Honor?
The prosecution will continue its investigation. As for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the defendant, he is hereby cleared of all suspicion. Believe me when I say that I don't believe this is happening, Mr. Gavin. But I'm afraid circumstances call for me to issue a warrant for your arrest immediately.
Objection!
Oh, buddy. Oh, no need to apologize. I rather enjoy myself. It's not every day you get to witness a legendary attorney's dirty tactics firsthand. Your point, Mr. Gavin? Frankly, Your Honor, I'm shocked that a person of your caliber will be taken in by such a low-grade parlor trick. Excuse me? The defendant is cleared of all suspicion. This is hardly the time for jokes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright hasn't proven anyone's guilt or innocence here. What he has done is use illegal evidence to put the blame on someone else. And not just anyone else, but me, his own defense attorney. Illegal evidence?
Objection!
Let me ask you, Mr. Gavin, is there still any reason at present to suspect me of wrongdoing? Of course. This bottle, for instance. The bottle of grape juice Mr. Wright was drinking. How do you intend to explain away the fingerprints on the murder weapon? And not just any fingerprints, am I right, Mr. Payne?
Actually, yes. The fingerprints on the bottle were, upside down.
Oh my gosh, Guy, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for being here. I seem to recall this being an issue earlier. The court, in this case, demand an explanation. I can think of only one reason why one would hold the bottle upside down, and that is to hit someone with the bottom of the bottle. Well, Your Honor? I see how the codfish squirms to the last. Well, Apollo? Yes? Your boss seems awfully concerned about this bottle still. But I'm sure you can come up with a suitable explanation, just like that. Yeah, just like what? Why would anyone grab a bottle upside down other than to... Don't let him trick you into thinking his explanation is the only legitimate one. Is there really another? Take another look at the court record. Simple answer there, okay. In plain sight. It's because this bottle is empty. And it was the one on the table. I'm sure he wouldn't, there's no blood on it, and I'm sure he wouldn't leave the murder weapon with him, and there's no card. I'm sure Kristoff used the one that had the card in it. That's a different bottle. It'd be hasty to deliver a verdict with unanswered questions, indeed. Oh, Mr. Justice. Mr. Gavin said the court, in this case, demanded an explanation. Don't worry. Justice won't leave until justice is done. Oh, I know he's applauding himself for that one. High five, brain. Perhaps the defense would care to enlighten the court. What evidence do you have to explain why the fingerprints on the bottle? Why they're upside down? Oh shit, I didn't save. Shit. Why they're upside down? Oh. Shit. Phoenix reached across the table and got it. I don't know. Oh, wait, maybe he reached into the thing here and picked up the bottle. I don't know. I don't know. Shit. I'm gonna go with this, with it
Take that!
being across the table. Nah, that's not it. Shit, that's not it. Yeah. Alright. Oh brother. You're thinking too hard, Yeah. I do that all the time. Reach down and pick it up. Yeah. Reach down and pick it up. Yep, that was my other option. That was my other answer.
Take that!
It's actually easier to show you than explain, Your Honor. Place that bottle on the floor next to your chair. Excuse me, on the floor? Yep. Now reach down and pick it up without getting out of your chair. Ah! Yeah. You naturally go to pick the bottle up by its neck. With your fingers upside down! Look at this photograph taken on the night of the murder. The defendant, Mr. Wright, sat here, playing piano, bottles of grape juice on the floor to the side of his piano bench. He would have naturally picked up the bottles upside down several times. Wow, I can't believe it was that simple. Yeah, I overthought it again. Call our dinner that evening, Christoph. I was drinking my usual juice then, too. Basically, you used the bottle on the table to do the deed. But then you must have remembered. So you went and picked up one of the bottles from under the piano, and you switched the bottles. You took one of Mr. Wright's bottles and made it look like the murder weapon. Order! What do you have to say to these charges, Mr. Gavin? Fascinating. So this is the legendary attorney's famed tactic of misdirection. What? You claim that I switched the bottle? Where is your proof? Proof? Oh, well, that's... As I thought, more baseless conjecture. I'm afraid your bottle of proof is quite empty.
Objection!
I wouldn't be so sure about that. It's not empty. The real weapon had the card in it. When you initiated the investigation of the hideout earlier, do you recall I requested an additional investigation? Yes, I have your memo about that here. Retrieve the bottles from under the piano at the Borscht Bowl Club. And here's one of the bottles in question. What are you going to dust? Are you going to dust that for fingerprints too? I'd be surprised if any were on that but his. Mr. Gavin probably wouldn't make such a novice mistake, true. That bottle won't bear a trace of anything. Say, Apollo. Yes? Why don't you go ahead and examine that bottle? Just humor me. There's gonna be a card in it. Uh-oh, the 5 of hearts is in there, yep. Uh-oh. What's this? That card, it can't be. Recall that unpleasant woman's testimony for a moment. Miss Olga Orley? Yes, our little swindling Devotka. That night, I planted the card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost the last hand, just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. But the planted card was gone. The trap failed. Wait, you're telling me this is the planted card you disposed of? The one you mentioned in this piece of testimony? Yep. That was the 5 of hearts. You disposed of it in the bottle. How much juice did he drink that night? And I'm assuming it's all non-alcoholic, right? It is actual grape juice. This is the card. The bottles were swapped. And the only one who could have done that was the 4th person in the club that night. You, Mr. Christoph Gavin. Oh. Uh-oh. He's tweaking. He's tweaking. Oh my god. Oh! Oh my god. At least he didn't break the witness stand like somebody else. We got him. We got him. That is all. Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago? My past is like my logic, straight? Really? I don't know about that, buddy. I mean, true, yeah, but I don't know about straight. This is Ace Attorney, after all. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction, and I'm named Justice. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right? This is insane! What about me? Don't I get to prosecute anyone? Why would Kristoff want to kill Mr. Smith though? Another quote for the collection. What quote? What am I adding? What quote am I adding? Mr. Payne, do you have a report for us on Kristoff Gavin?
He's admitted everything. We're prosecuting his arrest now.
I see. Still, one has to wonder why he would do such a thing. He didn't even have a connection to the victim. I mean, I'm sure we'll find that out in time, like by the end of the game. Have you anything to add? I'm afraid I can't shed any more light on the matter. About this victim, Mr. Shoddy Smith. His occupation was listed as traveler. I'm sure we'll learn his true identity at some point. An odd profession to be sure, and that's all we know about him.
I'll arrange for a follow-up investigation, Your Honor.
Good. Mr. Wright?
Yes.
7 years, and you still haven't lost your touch. Kristoff Gavin is a man with much significance for me. Like significant other, both as a friend and a lawyer. He was extremely talented, to be sure. I needed 2 things before I could confront him. The first was a place where no injustice would be tolerated, this courtroom. The second was a man who would tolerate no injustice. In other words, a defense attorney. You, Apollo. Me? This is a dark time for our legal system. A twisting of justice brought on by our very own initial trial system. We have to set it right. Mr. Wright? Our work lies ahead of us, and I, for one, am looking forward to— New Sprite! Well, this seems like a good time to announce a verdict. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty! Woohoo! Yippee! Alrighty, so I guess I should say some things that I knew ahead of time before this. From what I'd seen on Twitter, I knew Kristoff was somehow responsible for getting Phoenix disbarred and was also a criminal of sorts, so I knew he was a bad guy and somehow like screwed over Phoenix in the past. I've seen people imagine them to have like some sort of like toxic situationship as well. You're like, oh, a killing blow from a bottle, not true. Yeah, you have to strike him really hard. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I knew about this going into this, and I'm honestly surprised and kind of glad that they got that out of the way early, so I didn't have to go the whole time pretending I didn't know Kristoff was a bad guy, you know? Thanks, Apollo. You came through just like I thought you would. I'm pretty sure I didn't do a thing in there. It was you who cornered the killer. I couldn't have done it by myself. You sensed it too today, didn't you? Your ability. Ability? Yes, a sensitivity I lack. You'll come to understand it soon enough. Wait, I wonder if he means— yeah. You can read people. You have the vision. You have vision. You say you saw the moment it hit the victim. Yeah. You have vision. Oh god. Supernatural powers. Because we know they exist here, yeah? You'll have to find the answer to that question yourself. The answer coming September 10th. Today was full of questions without answers, most of them about Mr. Gavin. What possible reason could he have to commit murder? Perhaps you'll learn that in the days to come. Wait, you don't know, do you? This locket is the key. He wanted a locket. Romancy, I met the girl whose picture's in your locket. Yeah. Aww. Your daughter, right? That's right. She's my daughter. You know, you were right about this locket. Huh? I took this off his neck the night he died. Oh! It looks like our dear Russian scam artist saw me. So the truth is, this locket really did belong— with that picture too? But that's perjury! You testified! You said that locket was yours! I said no such thing, actually. Huh? I merely said it was a locket with my daughter's picture inside. Why did he have that then? A subtle distinction, but a distinction nonetheless. And it's the truth. Wait, but then why? Why was the victim wearing a locket with a picture of your daughter? Was that his— was that her biological father? You're still just getting started with your career. Speaking of which, I may be out of a job. I work for Gavin Law Offices after all. I still can't believe I just saw Mr. Gavin get led away in handcuffs. Apollo. Yes? How about coming to work for me? Ah! You mean at the Riot and Go Law Offices? I mean, there's not a single attorney in my generation that doesn't know it. can't imagine that it to be true, but...
Wait, but didn't you're not a...
Oh, I turned in my badge, yes. I'm not an attorney anymore. That incident 7 years ago. 7 years ago was the 6 year... The 10 years ago or 6 years ago for Somnium. That legendary trial. And in the middle of it all was one man, Phoenix Wright. The case reached a sad conclusion and he left law for good. Have you ever thought about coming back to the courts? I'm not qualified to stand in a court of law, I'm afraid. Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. Oh! What? Magician? Huh? What the flip? What the flip? What the flip? One piece of evidence struck me as odd. It's true. Oh, Jesus. Do I have to guess this properly? Oh, God. What the flip? What the flip? What the flip? Is it the card? Well, too perfect. Probably this. You mean this, don't you? I got this from your daughter. Yes, that card couldn't have been found at the crime scene. Why? Because the killer took it with him when he left, leaving the wrong card in its place, luckily for us. So that was a trick, yeah, yeah, I know what the real card looks like and it's not this! Oh, got him! Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you... What is going on? What is happening? My verdict was already handed down 7 years ago. Then, you really... Yes, I forged this card. One look at the crime scene should have told you it wasn't... yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, you wouldn't give your daughter a bloody card, yeah. You can't do something like that and call yourself an attorney! Who's calling themselves an attorney, Apollo? So it's true. The rumor is true. 7 years ago, did he forge evidence? None that matters now, does it? Don't look at me like that. What is happening? This is such a wild start to this game. Holy shit. You punch! God damn, Apollo! Jesus! Holy shit. Fists of justice? Jesus, literally. God. It's your story from here on out, Apollo. Perhaps I can help you turn the next page. My office's address. Drop. How is he still allowed to own this practice if he can't practice law? How is he still allowed to run Wright & Co. law office? What's going on there? What is happening? What's happening? What is this game? Oh my god. Mr. Wright. Oh, about your uppercut. Try yelling, "Take that!" Oh, I find it packs a little more punch. Stop! He can kick Apollo's ass right now, but all he does is smile. Yeah, Phoenix, you're too good. Apollo, thanks for today. I had a good time. What is going on? What the flip? And with that, Mr. Wright walked out the door. And that's how my first trial ended. Holy shit. A lot of mysteries went unsolved, and at the time, I had no idea they were all related, yeah. Every mystery that day connected by a single thread of logic. I'll find that out soon enough. My name is Apollo Justice, attorney at law, and this is how my story begins. Holy shit, that is wild. That is insane. What is happening? What is this game? That is such a wild first case. Like, holy shit. Okay. Dare I say it like comes... There's higher stakes already than there were at the first case of the Grady's attorney, I feel. I mean, like, I probably should end here, but if I play a little bit of the next case, I mean, I know this is a logical stopping point, but if I go to the next one, I want to see the other blonde bitch. Anyways, I probably should stop here. There's probably not a good stopping point if I continue, right? There's probably not. Like, I'll probably have to go through like a whole investigation and everything. That might just be where we call it today. I know that this feels short compared to my Final Fantasy streams. Cause my Endwalker streams were like 5 hours. I'm like, give me 3 more of these little blonde bitches. Literally! I need to see. Hold on. I need to see this motherfucker, this blonde bitch here. Yeah, him. I need to see him. I mean, I know his name, but like, what do I do? What do I do? I should wait. I should wait. Okay, yeah, I'll get sucked in. Yeah, Ace Attorney does that to me. Oh my god, this is such a good start. I'm so excited. Holy shit. This game is already breaking my brain. Anyways, good lord. Thank you all for being here. Holy shit, that was a lot. Oh my. That's such an insane start to that game. Holy shit. But thank you all for being here. Oh my god, that was so fun. I'm really enjoying this already. This is a lot of fun. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Saint Dreamer. Thank you. We'll continue with this tomorrow, same time as today, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Move on to case 2. I saw Emma in the thumbnail for that one, so we get to see Miss Emma Sky again. But thanks again, and I will see you later. Have a good rest of your day, night, time zone, whatever it is, and that is all.